Why, hello, everybody. You may have noticed that there's been some change in chat, right? You'll notice that some people have membership badges. Yes, the channel has been monetized, which means that if you don't have CashApp or you don't have PayPal or you don't want to donate via those ways, you can now super chat us. You can also leave a super thanks after the stream is concluded. I will still go ahead and run the crawl, and let me switch out the picture in the upper right hand corner. I love that, it's so cute. All right, so yeah, we are monetized and we are very, very happy about that. It took almost no time at all. It looks like YouTube has really streamlined the process since I applied for the first time in 2019. And I know that there are people who are trying to get this channel taken down, embittered, angry A-logs and pocket watchers. If you don't want to participate in the idiotic, retarded pocket watching Olympics, then by all means, you can donate privately. It's fine. You know, it works out any way, shape, or form. We are going to get some emojis made. I just set up memberships very, very quickly. Thank you, AKA, for becoming a member. Let me highlight all my members. Why don't I? We've got, let's see, let me go up to the top of, okay, we've got Cheryl S., who has been with me for years. Thank you. We've got D. Higgins. Thank you, D. We've got Raven Star. Thank you, Raven, so much. Thank you, Half-Light. It is great. It is great seeing you all here, and thank you so much. And of course, AKA, thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming members. And you can now feel free to super chat, leave a super thanks, or become a member. The membership information is in the About section of my channel, and I've got it pinned to the top of chat. So thank you. Is Hekate here? Oh, no, all hail Azria. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, it's not Hekate, it's Hekate, the remarkable marathon streamer. So the more I dig into the denizens of this landfill garbage community that passes for girl world or whatever the hell it is, you know, all these scumbags who think that they're better than. And meanwhile, they're sitting in front of a closet door that is bulging because there are so many skeletons on the other side. For example, I found out yesterday that Yaba only left that snub-nosed puppy out in the humid and hot weather for, you know, around 20 minutes or so. So that's okay, right? Just leaving a puppy outside. That's great. I also found out that even though it was Sam herself who had protested, and I believe Yaba said something too about how the dogs were not housebroken, which is entirely the fault of the owner, that actually there was only one instance where one of the dogs was ill and was relieving itself indoors. Well, I found out, thanks to Sam and her insistence on being right and flexing, that one of the puppies got sick. I think that she ate a pup cup or something. And she had stomach problems for 3 days, and she was messing the inside of her crate, her kennel. Why would you lock a sick puppy in a kennel? Why? That is MFW type shit. If people are at home, and I'm assuming that people were home because those fat bitches never leave the house. If they were home at the time, why would you put a sick puppy in a crate? Of course it's going to mess in the crate. Of course it is. And why was that dog sick for 3 days? Usually when a dog eats something and it's unwell, it usually takes about 24 hours to clear whatever it is out of their systems. But that dog was sick for 3 days, and you were locking that baby in a kennel? You are disgusting. I mean, I never cease to be amazed by the shitty, irresponsible pet ownership that I see in the community. It's amazing. Um, but anyway, thank you so much to everyone for being here. And thank you for joining the memberships. And thanks in advance if you're going to super chat, super thanks, whatever. Thank you. It's great. And I appreciate it. Okay. So there's a person. Hello, Crochetter. Thank you so much for this. Oh, look at my baby. Look at my beloved friend. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Wait. 3 days. 3 days. If a dog that young is sick for that length of time, you take it to the fucking vet. Yeah, you take it to the vet. But what do I know? All right. You know, there was a guy who was in the skeptic community. I don't know if he's still online. Um, it's a guy named V. He's Romanian. There's a Romanian theme in this stream today. And his cat died. So he lived in one of those hideous, typical sort of brutalist architecture apartment buildings that you see all over Eastern Europe. And he decided to get a dog. And of all the dogs that he could have chosen, he got a husky. The husky was too young to be separated from its mother. And he began to get annoyed by the dog because it howled all the time. Well, what a shock. Huskies howl all the time. And so, in order to deal with the inconvenience of having a howling dog that I think was maybe 6 weeks old, 7 weeks old when he brought it home, he used to lock it on the balcony, a baby. And the dog would howl and howl because it was lonely. It missed its mother. Dogs are pack animals. You can't shut them out or tie them up in yards all day by themselves. You shouldn't anyway. That's shitty animal ownership. And I remember when this happened, I was in his comments section reading him for filth, saying that he was an animal abuser, he was a neglector, he was a piece of shit. And of course he got very defensive, and then he ended up giving the dog away and buying a cat. People like that should not own dogs, and they definitely should not own any dogs that have, let's say, special needs, like needing, I don't know, exercise, attention. The guy was a piece of crap. His name was V-E-E. He was a Sargon of Akkad simp, and I despised him. Okay, so there's plenty of shitty dog ownership to go around. All right. So there's a woman named Bali. She used to go by Bali Chicken, and now she goes by Bali Talks, whatever. I don't really care. I've tried on occasion in fits of absolute boredom. Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, that too. Yeah, don't name your dog after a pedophile and then deny that that's what happened when it's in the fucking obit that you yourself wrote. But okay. Um, yeah, and I'm wondering if he bought the dog or if he just snatched it up off the street because it was by itself or because it had gotten lost from its litter or whatever. He was a piece of garbage, that guy. What a piece of shit. Anyway, so I didn't know anything about her, and occasionally in a fit of boredom when I had nothing else to do, I would tune in. Like I'd be scrolling and I'd see that she was live. I couldn't understand a word she was saying, and then I started hearing a lot of stuff about her. And so I just gave her a miss because I didn't feel like I was missing anything. Apparently, she became tight with Nader al-Shami, which shows you something. Um, and she confessed to human trafficking. She was a raging anti-Semite, probably still is. And then when she wanted to go running to a community that would take her in and listen to her lies and defend her, where do you think she went? She went to Jan's Views, to Jan and Bridget. Of course. Because Jan is somebody who takes, crimes committed against young people so seriously that she took this woman in and listened to her stories, her contradictory stories over and over again. Well, Hekate, hey Game Vibes, how you doing? Well, Hekate, I'm sorry, Hekate, I apologize, did one of her marathon streams about Bali. and I thought that we'd take a look at some of it to give you an idea of the garbage that is floating around the community. And it is my opinion that she is garbage. Just awful. And I am about to show you why. So let me bring up Hecate'S stream. And I think that I linked to her in the description. If I didn't, I'll get around to that when I'm done. So let's give Hekate a listen because she's so good. She's so good. All right. So just to let you know, Bali is Romanian, and she has come up with 1,000 different stories about her past. She said she was a sex worker. Then she said she went to work for some ventilation company with an Israeli owner who then dispatched her to go out and find women for him. And we're going to hear different versions of it. So if you get lost and confused, don't worry, you are not alone. Her stories do not make any sense. And she's a piece of shit. So if you want to judge her, feel free to do so. Let's go.
Can y'all see it?
This video will be a departure from my normal content. Due to recent events that are deeply...
Okay, Hekate here is playing a video by a content creator called Lone Entourage, with whom she has fallen out since. I don't know why, but I thought that this video was pretty good, so let's go.
Concerning and troubling, I believe a quick video was warranted to address the situation. As this is a very serious topic, I wanted to address it in a serious and delicate manner. Bali Chicken Reactions is a YouTube channel that is known for doing short-form reaction videos in addition to tagging multiple...
Okay, you see that DM? She was DMing with someone. It says, so something. I will have to report or deactivate Facebook. Thanks a lot for letting me know. Really kind of you. In settings, it is set up only friends can see, but you showed this is not the case. And I guess it says fucking Jew Zuckerberg. She's a real treat. She really is.
Multiple creators each time she... a response video to a creator reacting to these events.
Yeah, there she is. Israel is not a country. They just took some land and claimed it. Sure, Bali, whatever the fuck your name is. I recommended a book in the comments section or the community tab of my channel. It's called Balkan Ghosts, and it was the must-read for aid workers, diplomats, journalists, and others who were confused by what happened to Yugoslavia in the 90s, why the country fell apart, why it descended into civil war, and where all these hatreds came from. Many people did not know that there were Muslims in Yugoslavia. I was one of them. And it's actually very interesting how the Bosnian Muslims came to be. It's a totally separate talking point. But in addition to discussing Yugoslavia, the author also discusses other Eastern European countries, and the chapter on Romania is enough to set your teeth on edge and get your hackles up and get every hair on your body going up. The atrocities, the anti-Semitic atrocities that were committed during World War II were second to none. And let's say that Poland and Romania were running neck and neck in that regard. Also, with regards to human trafficking, and again, this is no insult to anyone who is Romanian and honest and lives a good, decent, upright life. But remember that Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan moved to Romania, and there were a lot of people, Andrew Tate and his brother, the pimps, who are also human traffickers and exploiters of young women. There were a lot of questions as to why it is that of all the countries on earth that the Tate brothers decided to move to Romania to set up their pimping and trafficking business. And so I looked it up, and it says, in a video explaining why he moved to Romania, he said probably 40% of the reason he moved was because it would be easier to evade rape charges. He added, I'm not a rapist, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. I like being free. Well, not free enough, apparently. So let's continue.
where she made an extremely disturbing confession.
Yeah, let's look. Oh, at least he has content.
You're so anti-Semitic and so judgmental.
I know
and
why
so
I am.
angry that some people are.
Sorry, I just want to address this comment, okay? 1 second. This is a live stream. I think Bali has a lot of other bad choices to focus on. I don't believe she trafficked anyone. Well, I'm not sure if you were here when I gave the definition of trafficking based on Romanian laws, but I will definitely address it again. And a lot of people, I think you're misinformed, but based on Bali's own words, she has trafficked women. It doesn't matter if it's a minor, like I said before, adult, it don't matter. 200 years old. If they walk up to someone and say, "Hey, I want to make money. Can you profit off me and help?" It's fucking trafficking. All right, Sheehan? All right, but we'll address this later.
I am. But I have my reason. But I have friends from Israel, and I'm not against Israel.
Oh.
No. What do you want to know? That my boss put me to get him underage girls? You want to know?
All right, so let me just go over to my notes, y'all, and write that down. All right. She said her boss put her to get underage girls.
She said that.
Okay? She said that.
Yep.
Is that what she said?
Sure is.
She said. Let's hit play again.
Otherwise, he would do that and that to me. He threatened to scratch my face. You want?
Okay. So there we go. Another one. Her boss threatened to harm her.
Oh, she's Austrian. Never mind.
She didn't get underage girls. Okay.
You want to know? You want to know that my boss put me to what? No? You want to know, honey, about what is life? You don't have any idea.
Can somebody please explain to me why it is that so many people in the community, from Jan to Bridget to whomever else, why is everybody so mad at House of Hannibal? What did Hannibal do? If somebody can give me background on that lore, I would really, really appreciate it. And the whole animal abuse thing, by the way, Simona, it's just a coincidence that the guy happened to be Romanian. You find terrible animal owners all over the place, including, by the way, southern Indiana, as I have been pointing out. But that guy was just uniquely terrible. V is a uniquely terrible human being. Let's continue.
You, with your Candyman, put your profile and try to be cool on YouTube. In real life, you will never manage it.
When asked about this,
all right, we definitely got to read this, okay? Let me go back to the chat for 1 second.
Okay, got it.
58% says, do you believe this is a story? Bali gave Nova. 57% says yes. And 43% think that Nova was hearing things. Okay. 43% says that she streamed up and said, you know what? Let me lie on Bali right now. All right, cool. No problem. End poll. Let me screenshot.
Welcome, Hekate.
All right. Okay, so let's read through the comment. I'm not sure what comment she's responding to here, but she says, you mean my boss from Israel? He asked me to get him girls and to be as young as possible.
Okay, there you have
it. No
it.
older than 18. All right, let me write that shit down. Hold on. Her boss asked her to get her girls to be as young as possible. Mm-hmm. No older than 18.
No older than 18. Okay, so those are her words. Hekate is not making it up.
And my boss double checked. Wait, hold on. I checked the ID and my boss double checked it even himself. I was 22 at the time. All right. So they're checking IDs, y'all, when they're sex trafficking. Because, pimps want to hand out that TFO. You know what I'm saying? You got to get taxes done when you get trafficked. 1 sec.
Hekate, I am very honored by your presence. I find that your feuds are fascinating. I just think it's hilarious that I mean, you've got something going on with Lone Entourage. I get it. Pew Pew Tasha, who I don't know what the fuck happened to her. All these people are feuding with Hannibal. I've never watched Hannibal, by the way. So I know nothing about him, but if all those people despise him, then I think he must be on to something. So go Hannibal.
Second.
Welcome, Tizzy Dawn. Thank you.
So Bali checked the ID. And my boss double checked.
To make sure they were young enough, I guess. Okay.
I was 22 years old.
Okay, so
All right,
she's
hold
checking
on.
the IDs of young
I
women.
answered it myself. I will stay just on my channel, and who has questions can put them. And who doesn't want to watch also does not have to watch. If I'm already sitting in shit, then why stick my head in it too? Right? Okay, hold on. Let's hit play on this bullshit.
Bali would go to her comments to clarify the women she spoke of were over 18, but in the video and emails where she allegedly responded,
Yep.
she states otherwise. Bali is a former mod of T and SAS, who today lost her mod privileges due to the controversy surrounding the mess.
Well, that's a problem, Kai
What's
Bella.
this? Okay, I'm not sure where this is. Are you going to address your messages talking about Jewish people? They look really tough. I can't, bad. He shouldn't. Okay. I have my story regarding Jewish people. Thanks for replying to me. You can imagine that I am stressed. Okay. Nothing about trafficking here.
Messages. The other events Bali spoke of have been largely ignored, and the questionable and deeply concerning statements have bothered many.
Jessica?
I will be releasing a video concerning T and SAS this weekend that will further address other aspects of N's channel and this event. In the previous video, Bali is seen expressing outrage at a YouTuber called House of Hannibal for responding to the events
That
concerning
Hannibal,
the leaked
though.
messages. As Bali has previously been very supportive of many channels, she mistakenly believed people would refrain from speaking.
All right, let's pause this. I have my story regarding Jewish people. It reflects me, my boss, so-and-so, and put me to get him minor girls. Okay?
Plural.
All right. So we got to look at the language here. She didn't say to get him a girl. She said get him minor girls.
Right.
With a fucking S.
Correct.
All right. Let me put that shit up in there. My boss put me to get him minor girls.
Plural.
Speaking out about this event. It is crucial to note that Bali, who considers herself exempt from being a
Hey,
reactor,
Lilith. Welcome.
despite having the name reactions in her titles, is known for responding multiple times a day to people she finds problematic. In some cases,
Actually, you know what? Let me just check what's happening with the comment section. Hold on. Let me go up. Bali, where you at? Why is she so quiet now? I want you to panel up after, honey. Let me ask you some questions.
Hey, Breeze.
All right.
Hi, Silvale.
Agreed. You know what? I don't think she trafficked minors. I don't fucking know because she lies. All right. I'm
lot.
hoping she didn't
She
traffic
lies
minors.
a lot.
But the point that she keeps trying to make is that she didn't. It wasn't minors. It was a 19-year-old. That's bullshit. Trafficking is trafficking, and that's one of the issues that I have with her narrative. She's pushing this idea that
Well, hello, my darling.
they weren't. She's trying to like
Thank you
tie
for
together
gifting
minor and trafficking
five
as if they were
memberships, my love.
19.
Thank
It's
you
not
so
trafficking.
much.
That's bullshit. It's still trafficking. Jarella says human trafficking is morally wrong, irrespective of the victim age. Not only is it morally wrong, beautiful Jarella, it is actually legally wrong. It is an issue that is worldwide. The United Nations have been dealing with human trafficking for many years. And as much as Bali likes to say that it's a cultural thing, my best friend is Romanian. She grew up poor. She grew up in a a domestic abusive household. She grew up the same way that Bali claims she grew up. And you know what she didn't fucking do? Grow up and fucking traffic people at 22 years old. So that when people use their stories as children to make excuses and victimize themselves for their behaviors, we all have issues. We all have trauma. That is not an excuse for you to engage in this shit.
Correct.
Period.
Yep.
I have zero empathy for her.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
Thank you, Share Bear. It doesn't matter. Human trafficking is human trafficking.
I mean, if people are going to get hung up on the term human trafficking, would it make you feel better if we just called it procuring underage young women? Is that better? Does that make it different? Is that okay? Does that pass the pearl clutching and morality test? I mean, if you guys want to, not you guys, I'm not calling anybody out in chat. I'm just saying if people want to get all hung up on it, even though we're going to learn more as this goes on, I hope that we would all agree that procuring underage girls for sexual purposes or young teenage girls for sex purposes is a wrong thing. Now, I used to think that we would all agree on this, you know, the adults in the community, but apparently I was wrong. So let's continue.
Valley got mad socks up in here. Well, she fucking, you got 18 laptops open, girl. That vote didn't go that well. Okay, hold on. I'm still checking the comments. And that's fair. And if you choose to watch this video and still support her, you will never be allowed in this motherfucking chat again.
There you go.
I said it.
All right. So on that note, I have something to say, and that is that one of the things that I've been told publicly and privately since Negs and I returned to YouTube is how much people enjoy our community. How this is not a community based on, you know, viciousness, lies, doxing, going IRL, life ruination, or anything of that nature, and that there are people in chat who get along really well, that there's really good camaraderie, and that people respect each other. So I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to keep it that way. And if anybody starts bleating about free speech, well, there are plenty of other chats where you can go and let your freak flag fly. But this is not going to be one of them. So if that is an unacceptable rule, then perhaps you'd be more comfortable somewhere else. Let's continue.
All right? I don't care. I'm biased. Anyone supporting human trafficking, kiss my ass. Okay, let's keep going. She sure did try to pull a Kaya. Y'all notice that whenever traffickers want to talk about trafficking, they always pull the I checked the ID. Kaya said the same thing. He checked ID.
Right.
Like I said, the entire establishment of human trafficking is illegal. Why the fuck would they be checking ID?
It's
like,
absurd.
Why? It doesn't make any sense. And I do want to also point out that I don't know if you guys know about Andrew Tate and what's going on with him, but the reason why he was charged, he didn't procure women by force.
No.
He manipulated women.
That's right.
Told them that he loves them. They all thought that they were his girlfriend.
That's right.
And then he manipulated them to thinking like, hey, make money for us. Let's do this together. I love you. You love me. We're going to make money together. And then he took the money that they made
my
off
love.
of
Thank you.
OnlyFans or cam work, wherever the fuck they were doing it. He told them that he was going to pay taxes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pocketed it and switched it to Bitcoin, which turns into money laundering.
That's right.
That's why they took all his goddamn shit and had him locked up.
Well, in addition to all that, in addition to everything that Hekate just outlined, he also openly threatened them. And the girls were afraid. I mean, the ones that were still in that poisonous, codependent pimp relationship with a disgusting, predatory man were still convinced, a lot of them, that they were, you know, the only special one. But he was stealing from them, basically. He was stealing from them. He was intimidating and threatening them into not leaving. And then he was laundering money. So, You know, I was actually very surprised when he was arrested, and I wondered how it was that that happened because he is obviously a very wealthy man living in a poor country. My assumption was that he had not paid off the right people and they decided to come and get their revenge. I don't have a very high opinion of the legal system and the police forces in many of those Eastern European countries, those former Soviet bloc countries. Whatever the reason, what the can of worms that was pried open as a result of the arrests was significant and substantial. And it is really grotesque and revolting that there are still people, young men, young, confused, lost, red-pilled guys, who look up to him as a role model. And who is one of his biggest defenders? Candace Owens. Because apparently her husband is an old friend of Andrew Tate's. They've been friends for years. It is so vile. That whole circle of scum is so absolutely disgusting. Let's continue.
You don't need to hold someone by force and be like, you're going to be a hoe. It's manipulation tactics include trafficking.
Right. Have you noticed, by the way, I've noticed, I can't help but notice, that Candace Owens has dropped the whole Christ is King grift? Yeah, I noticed that. And she's been demonetized at last. So I think that at some point we're going to find out who has actually been bankrolling her. I don't think it's only her family. I have a feeling that quite a bit of money has been given to her by, let's say, foreign influences. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Okay, Bali. Okay, hold on. Your mama's so handsome. He's my favorite reaction channel. Okay, well, that's great, Sid. Make sure to ignore your ass. Okay, so what? I'm a whore too. What's your point? What does that have to do, Bali? My mom was a whore, fled from communism, period. What does that have to do with you trafficking?
Right.
Many people are whores. I'm a whore. All right. What's that got to do with anything? You're victimizing yourself right now. You're manipulative. That's what you do. True to form. Okay, just check in. Oh, absolutely. She's inviting to panel up, but she gonna get drunk and get upset. Now, I got drunk too on my lives. I had to fucking private my last live because I was lit. But the problem is that you tell the truth when you are drunk, straight up. Okay, let's get back into the video.
Thank you, hello.
Cases expressing her rage in vocal videos. Currently, Bali has been seen going to many different channels in a desperate attempt to salvage her reputation and
okay, she did the same thing. She ran, I don't know when this was posted, but let me check the date on this. Hold on, let me minimize it. 10 months ago. All right, 10 months ago, she's up to the same shit now. She ran over to Skinny Queen Reacts and Jan Views.
Of course.
The two women that said it's okay for a 40-year-old man to have sex with a 16-year-old because the consent laws are 16.
That's where I knew Skinny Queen Reacts from. Now I remember. Thank you for reminding me, because she was the other piece of garbage that decided to go on her channel and basically make excuses for that guy that preyed on Chantal when he was 40 and she was 16. Now I remember. And I don't think it'll surprise anyone who's not familiar with Skinny Queen Reacts to find out that she's a big fat pig as well. Let's continue.
Knowing anything about the fact that once you engage in any type of behavior that is manipulative, that is coercive, anything like that, if there's any kind of power imbalance, what's it called? Consent is removed.
I don't think so, halfway.
Period. You cannot consent to being manipulated.
No.
Two parties have to be acknowledged of everything. They have to know what's going on. If one party is manipulating the other, lying to the other, that is not consensual. Fucking Jans.
and has made multiple videos thus far discussing these recent events. Additionally, Bali had given extensive career and life advice to Nader.
There we
In
go.
one message, Bali told Nader to tell Dee to downplay any signs of physical abuse and pretend that it was done for views. She also encouraged Nader.
You know what? Let's read this so
Yeah,
we can
let's.
get a mindset of Bali. Now I am angry. Dee must say once this was with abuse does not exist. If she feels not safe, she can kick you out, go elsewhere, or call for help. Because you know what? If a woman is in an abusive dynamic and her mental is fucked up, she's gaslit, she's desperate, all kinds of shit.
Okay, can we discuss this for a second? So that big fat bitch who was talking about a 40-year-old man preying on a 16-year-old works with kids too. Do we know in what capacity? Is she a teacher? Does she run daycare centers? I mean, what does she do with children? Is she, God forbid, a social worker? Honestly, I got nothing. I didn't know that.
It's her fault if she doesn't kick him out. Especially if he threatens to stab her and constantly says, you know what, I stabbed somebody, I stabbed my ex's boyfriend, right? She feels totally safe. Make a video, and Dee must say it was BS and for views.
Hi, Rochester.
Now, do you all remember how they came out after the whole Sam's Bar Lounge and said that they had, it was BDSM? Do you remember that shit? Well, guess what? Fucking Bali gave that advice,
Wonderful.
as we can see. Maybe you fight like everyone, maybe a little more loud. But
wow, imagine, Jan. Imagine. First, she was a simp for Nodder, and now she was sucking up to you. I would not be flattered by that if I were you. I wouldn't be flattered. What is it that you and Nodder have in common? Well, not much, right? I hope not, anyway. And she was playing up her anti-Semitism because Nodder is an uneducated, illiterate Egyptian man. So she felt she could bond with him, and she probably feels that way anyway. But so here she is giving Nodder advice on how to get out of the domestic violence accusations. Wow, Bali, you are a real peach.
you don't beat her. I know it's too stupid for me.
Hey, Starburst.
Fucking Bali.
To make money, something she is highly critical of when it concerns other reactors, as she recently made a video criticizing the aforementioned House of Hannibal for making merchandise. She also expressed to Nader that she was proud of him.
Wow.
It
Proud
was
of him.
also revealed that the friendliness Bali was extending to many creators may not have been genuine. Meandering Thoughts, who has long been a very outspoken critic of Nader, revealed that Bali had been extremely supportive of their content, while secretly sending videos of their channel to warn
You heard,
Nader
Lynn.
about reaction channels.
Can I ask you a question, Bali, if you're not here? Why the fuck are you so desperate for male approval?
Good
You have
question.
been going on a tangent because yo mama isn't giving you the attention that he gave the beautiful Nova. All right. It seems like what's the issue? Don't you got a man? Don't you got a motherfucking man? Hercules. Hold on. Let's put this up. Hercules. Don't add sound effects. I said I was messed up and made this mistake. You are perfect, I guess. Yeah, I definitely am perfect when it comes to trafficking other women and then
same.
lying about it consistently, saying 500
Same.
different stories, never having any empathy and never taking any accountability.
Great.
You have only victimized yourself, Bali. When we show the clip that you posted on your channel, you said that you were the victim. If you had come out and said, you know what, I was fucked up and I didn't realize what I was doing was trafficking of women. I didn't know that. And I'm sorry. You have not done that once. What you have said is that these women were horny. They liked it.
Oh.
Remember that?
Okay.
They're horny. They actually, you know what? You probably don't. So I'm going to make sure I fucking play it. Jessica Mesca, what's up, girl? I think Nader likes to convince women into believing they are in BDSM situation, but he really just wants human punching bags. Exactly. Do you know why? He specifically targets women who have no self-esteem, no self-worth, and are desperate to be with a man. They will take dick as love. He meets them, he dicks them down, and then all of a sudden, they're buying him cigarettes, they're buying him this, they're paying for the con. Motherfucking Nader has moved into Dee home that she paid for, and now he's a goddamn chef in her home. And the only reason that didn't happen to Booty Beauty is because one, Pete's was there, two, he didn't see that he was going to benefit and profit off of her like he would Dee Dee.
Right.
That's what he did. And you better believe the next fucking woman that comes along that's dumb enough to believe Dee Dee's bullshit, believe Natter's bullshit, he will leave Dee Dee and he will be with that woman. That's what they do. Hippity hop to the next woman that I think is a thought. That's it. And then there's fucking what's her name, Bali over there protecting, because you just need to have men to just approve of you so badly, which is why I 100% believe when your supposed boss came to you and asked for sex work, and when you and your man went out and found women, you're doing this because you're desperate. And you don't.
When did all these pieces of shit end up in the community? What does it say about a community where 2,000 people can be in the chat of somebody who is a proven liar, a stalker, a life ruinator, and a person with a 30-page long history of court proceedings, grifts, running out on rent, ripping off businesses? What does it say about a community that, I mean, I understand Bali is not a big content creator and never will be, but at the same time, you've got Jan, you've got Bali, you've got this skinny queen person, you've got so many garbage heaps in this community. So many awful women in this community. Awful, awful, awful women. And my theory is you can only be in certain communities or a member or a subscriber to certain channels if you yourself are an awful person. That is my belief. You know, the real life, the life ruinators, the CPS callers, sending the police to people's homes, lying about people, smearing them, digging into their personal lives. Only certain types of people enjoy that kind of content. And if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy, then I can promise you that this channel is definitely not for you.
Don't give a fuck about women. And that's why you're so mad at Nova, because she got attention from your mama. Do you even like your mama? Do you? Fuck.
It was revealed that the very first video Bali sent warning Nader of reaction channels was one of Meandering Thought's own videos. The extensive amount of messages sent sharing personal information, advice, and concerning views is alarming. This video is to document these events and bring awareness to the community for its own safety and well-being. Whatever Bali and Nader's motivations are for doing this, it is extremely concerning.
Oh, well, and that was it. All right, good, perfect. Because this is the perfect time to answer Jessica Messica.
This video will be a departure from my normal content. Due to recent...
Let me just close this tab because we're done. So we got all the information from that, all right? I'm going to answer Jessica Messica in 1 second, but I just want to point out that so far, Bali has told Nova she worked in sex work, found women, legal of age women to work. When her boss asked her to find younger women, she quit. Then in another stream, she said her boss put her to get underage girls with an S.
With an S.
Her boss
plural.
threatened to harm her if she didn't get underage girls. Her boss asked her to get girls to be as young as possible, no older than 18. Bali checked the ID and my boss double checked. I was 22 years old. My boss put me to get him minor girls. So we already see that between Nova and what she has said, it's not making sense. You said you quit when you were asked to get minors, but then you just said that you didn't quit, that you checked ID. Lie.
Right. Why?
All right, let me look and see. I asked a question earlier. Sorry, this is from Jessica Messica. I asked a question earlier. If the woman did in fact have an ID, have an ad in paper advertising her services, if Bali called that number from the ad, does it change the legal context? No, it does not. Because Bali has profited. As much as she wants to say she didn't, she profited. She has admitted that she took these girls. She's saying it's one girl now, right? But we know it's girls.
Right.
All right? And she took them shopping. So she saw girls, and I don't believe for 1 fucking second it was an ad. Her and her weird ass man, Steve, went and found girls. Period. All right. And then she gave them, let's go shopping. Teacher, you're just gonna go have sex with him, girl. You're gonna be at the Marriott. It's all good. You're gonna have fun. Come on. Yeah, you know, you're gonna make money. And she finds women, whether they're 19, 18, 14, I don't even fucking know, because she's a fucking lie. All right. And then she says, hey, you know what? Let's go shopping. Let me show you the world that you can have. Let me show you the life that you can live if you are a hoe. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm a sex worker. I worked for an agency not knowing that I was being trafficked. Exactly, Kiana, Epstein vibes. It doesn't change anything. And you know what's so funny? Anybody here actually believes that Bali was using her own money to take this girl shopping? Even though we know it's plural because she already admitted that it was more than one woman. Do you think that she took her money from her own pocket to take these women shopping? Of course not. She got money from the boss and she definitely profited off of it. And then she enticed them. Bali. No, Miss T, I know. I didn't think Steve was around then either, but she said that her boyfriend helped her.
Okay, but that was a different Steve. Apparently there are two Steves, whatever. The guy that she's with now, I don't think is the same guy who was around back then. I think it's a totally different person.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna keep playing it. Share Bear gotta buy them so they can lure them to get into it. Exactly. Show them the life that they can live. Let me take you shopping and show you the life. Why would her fucking boss, why would she take them shopping? Why would she get an advertisement, right? Her boss wants her to get girls that she admitted should have been minors. She said she quit, but now she said she didn't quit. She got the girls. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Let me take my hard-earned money from being what did she say she was doing? Sales management and ventilation. And let me take my money and go and take these girls shopping. Bitch, please. What the fuck are you talking about? Rotis, not right, but what was Bali's level of agency, power over her own situation to be malignant procurer? It doesn't matter. What I have said multiple times is that she engaged in trafficking. She's saying it's not. And I'm not done. I haven't played her own response yet. She takes no accountability. She says it's not trafficking. She says that it's a cultural thing and that they just do that. Sex work is normal when sex work and trafficking are two different things. Strange buzz trick. No, we don't believe it was her own money. Exactly. You're 22 years old. You're working in ventilation. You're making money. And you're going to go, you know what? My boss wants a hoe. And he said he was going to cut my face if I don't get him one. Let me take this hoe shopping. Shut up. Lies. Oh, Bali, what's up? It was not at all like this. Of course not shot from my pocket. Why in pay? How I profit? I quit job.
No.
Bali.
No, Hecate,
if
I haven't.
If you didn't take it from your own pocket, right, then where did you get it from? Does that not mean that your boss gave you derivatives, gave you money to take these women shopping? Do you think anybody here believes that you just spent the money that he gave you? Of course you profited. You were given a sum amount, and then you took them shopping and you pocketed the rest. Oh, okay. Sprinkle says Steve number one. There are two Steves. All right, cool. She got two. My bad. If that's what it was, then that's my mistake. I thought Steve was Steve. Lilith says, I don't know about Steve either, but I'm learning about Bali right now. Exactly. Maybe I'm wrong, but she did say in that thing that her boyfriend helped her get some bullshit like that. But who cares?
What?
I can't address people that are not you, agent.
Right.
Okay. But you know, them motherfuckers is hurting. Okay, but what I'm trying to Bali. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is why you were trafficking. Do you not understand that? Your boss wanted you to procure women, and you already admitted on your own when you responded to people, right? When you responded in the comment section that it was more than one person. You lied and said you checked ID, but you and I both know you didn't check no fucking ID, right? So he gave you money, right? He gave you money, get me a girl, take her shopping, transport her, bring her to me so I can turn her out. That is trafficking, Bali. Look. Is it is trafficking cultural or not? And it's not cultural. Okay, she's just disseminating. She's 18. Bali is a goddamn liar. Just own your shit, girl. You're saying you were 22 years old. Exactly, Miss T. Own your shit. You're saying that you were 22 years old and you were in a bad position, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you lying? Why are you hopping around from channel to channel trying to act like you are the victim? That is the problem here.
Hey, Rampage.
You were fucking trafficking, whether you know it or not.
Chat. And that I trafficked children, when I said very clearly I didn't do that. I already said the story over and over again. Do you want me to explain again?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was 22 years old. It was the year 2006.
All right. I just want to put that down. 22 years
2006.
old. Year 2006. And just so you know, the trafficking laws in Romania, at least 2001, they were established. So she's trying to say it's a cultural thing, and you know that's what we do here.
Oh, it's a cultural thing in Romania. Okay.
I was 22 years old. My boss asked me. He hinted that he wanted. I did not do that.
All right, guys. Okay, so hold on. Let me go through my notes for 1 second because I could have sworn she said her boss put her to get underage girls. She didn't say hinted, but now in 2023, talking to Yo Mama Honey, he hinted. Okay, let's write that down. My boss hinted at getting underage girls.
The story has changed a million times.
I got a girl at 19. She was more horny than I was horny. I was not horny. I was doing this. I don't.
Hold on, guys. Got to write that down. She got a 19-year-old horny girl.
Okay.
I wonder
Len,
how do you
it's
how
changed
does that
1,000
happen?
times.
Hey, how old are you? Are you really horny? Here, let's go shop and go to the Marriott. Please.
I don't know, but I was doing it because I was forced. But she wanted to have sex with me.
Oh,
that is too much information. But the
okay, so now she's saying that this girl wanted to have sex with her. She wanted to have sex with me. Now, why would she want to have sex with you, Bali? I'm confused. Did you say, I don't know if you answered this supposed ad that you were looking for a girl, possibly, or maybe like I don't understand why would she all of a sudden be like, you know what? Even though you got an ad, right? And you got an ad and you got me for your boss. Fuck it. I want to have sex with you. I'm horny.
right.
But the point is that I didn't force any children to do anything. So shut the fuck up, like people talking. I thought that we made up. Why are you again mentioning shit like this? Oh, she's not welcome in my chat. You compare me to Kaya? Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you fucking out of your mind?
I mean, you did say, Bali, that you checked IDs. Did you not? Because that's what Kaya said about her man Terrence, that he checked IDs. So why would we not compare you to Kaya?
Right.
You really now piss me off. And it's like maybe like Jan says that you're a little bit, like not so educated, that your mind doesn't work.
Now we know why she ran over to Jan's channel. Not only does Jan excuse the sexual assault of a minor, not a minor, it was legal to have sex, of a 16-year-old with a 40-year-old, but she also hates your mama. What a fucking coincidence. Oh my God.
Peace, everybody. Good night. It's my channel. I can say what I want.
Now it's time for these losers.
Let's close that. So let me go to the chat. Hold on. Just want to make sure that I am addressing everything in case there's any questions.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to get to
bullshit.
this part.
God damn it, Pew Pew. All right, hold on. We're not ending this just because she disappeared. Right, Amber? Isn't it so weird that Anaya freaks her out that she left? But her boss didn't freak her out when he
Thank you,
asked for
Vicky.
underage girls, though. She still got him from. That didn't freak her out. You know who freaks her out? Anaya. Aniria, sorry. Is it Aniria? Anayara? Anayara. That's who freaks her out. Do you see the bullshit? You better leave. Shit. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to get into the next video, which is... I never trafficked. Hold on. Let me add this stream here. Hold on. Remember, I'm writing down the different stories.
Trying to follow along with this Bali woman is about as difficult as trying to follow Sam Telfer, because the lies, the stories keep changing. Sometimes the stories change in the same sentence. The lies, the lies, the lies, the lies, the lies. Why anybody would want to subscribe to or follow a channel where a content creator lies as much as somebody like Sam is a mystery to me. But I guess that there's a cover for every pot, right? I don't understand.
That she said, okay? So we can go over it afterwards. I would love for her to come back and panel up. Okay, so I never trafficked. Never. Stephen R1. Oh, okay, sorry. It wasn't Stephen 2. My bad. Will explain. Wait, what? How is Steven going to explain about you trafficking? I thought it was two different Steves. I'm confused, y'all. Can y'all help me in the chat? Can you all help me in the chat, please? Oh, I definitely got to address this. Hold on one second. So Strange Buzz Trick says, prostitution in EU is sadly as common as in US. It is more likely to be, but not always seen, as women who are in bad situations, and law enforcement tends to against Johns rather than the sex works. Well, this is the thing. It depends on where the John goes, right? There's a difference. So unfortunately, they have, like, I guess, different levels of sex work, right? You have an escort who charges the higher end. They work for themselves. They're independent. They pay out security. They pay out a driver, etc. They charge their own rates, blah, blah, blah. And then you have women who are on drugs, who are on the street, who have pimps.
Yep.
Those are the people that end up getting charged. But the laws have been changing now, where sex work is legal and procuring sex work is illegal. And what that does is make sure that the John knows that you're the only motherfucker going to jail here if you do anything, not me. So that's the law in Canada. That is the law in Europe as well. As much as Bali wants people to think that trafficking is legal there, it is fucking not.
Of course, it's not legal.
Been.
No.
So, I mean, I'm a hoe. I don't know if y'all know Strange Buzz Trick. I'm a hoe. I love what I do. I make great money. I travel. I get flued out. I meet a lot of great people. And I would rather do this than go work 9 to 5 for the same motherfucker that's going to purchase this pussy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go work 9 to 5 for a dude that's going to all day when he tries to fuck me for free, when I can literally fuck for 10 minutes, because they don't fuck for more than 10 minutes, and make twice as much as I'd make in 8 hours? It's just business. But the problem is that people think that they need pimps because it's codependency. It has nothing to do with sex work. People that have pimps are people who are codependent, have no self-esteem, have daddy issues, and are basically manipulated. And that's why pimping is...
Why vilify people who go into her chat? First of all, I will vilify whomever I damn well please, number one. Second of all, a lot of the people who are in her chat have been in her chats for years, and they know exactly what kind of person she is. They have followed all of her stalking. They have followed her harassment. They have seen her harass widowers. They've seen her harass mentally ill women. They've seen her harass former friends. They've seen her make merch out of people getting 5150'd. They have seen her dox her customers. They've seen her threaten people. They've seen her drag people to court unnecessarily. So you're goddamn right. You are goddamn right. I am going to vilify anybody who enjoys that kind of content. And she's a motherfucking pathological liar. So yeah, I do vilify people who are members of that community. Absolutely. Just like I vilify the people who are members of the bodega chats. Just like I vilify people who go into AK's chats, into Tragic's chats, and suck up to them and tell them that they're all great and say, oh, Tragic didn't make that phone call to the fire department. Tragic didn't do anything. When Tragic is known to call people, spoof numbers, terrorize people, go IRL. So yeah, and AK has been on a campaign for years to try and well, why don't you do some research, Cecily? It's not that hard to find. AK has been on a campaign for years to go after somebody named Aaliyah Alexander, whom she thinks is a Kiwi farmer named Strawberry Douche. Apparently, Aaliyah Alexander's real-life friend went on Twitter to defend her friend and say, you've got the wrong person. You are attacking the wrong person. And AK has been attacking this individual for over a year. The Aaliyah Alexander that they've singled out has gotten swatted, has gotten harassed, has gotten dragged left, right, and center. The Aaliyah Alexander that she thinks is Strawberry Douche is somebody who is all about trans rights. Strawberry Douche is a TERF. They are completely different people. So if that's the kind of shit that you're going to support, then I don't want you in my community. I just don't. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want anything to do with anyone who supports life ruination. The end. Let's continue.
Is illegal because there's no fucking use for a pimp. What do you need a pimp for? Okay, let me go down. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you feel like I'm yelling at you. I'm not. I'm just very passionate about this. And unfortunately, there's a lot of disinformation spreading around, and Bali and Jan are helping it. Agent Scrange wants to know, question, if the boss made the call from an ad, would it be trafficking, even if Bali shopped with her to get ready for the date?
Well, thank you. And by the way, whoever it was, Cecily, whatever the fuck your name is, you know that the dildo was one of the people who was singled out and doxxed, and that her mother started getting phone calls, very odd phone calls. And I think that we know who placed them because there's somebody in the community who loves making anonymous threatening phone calls or frightening people's parents. And also Sam is a big fan of calling people's families, calling schools, calling funeral homes, trying to get GoFundMes taken down, trying to get Kickstarters taken down. So yeah, if this is the kind of person that you ally yourself with, then you don't belong here. And thank you so much for the super chat. My dear friend Dildo, I appreciate it. Let's continue.
Would not be trafficking. If he called and made the ad, right? Or called for the ad and then said, hey, can you, I'm going to give her the money. Do you see how none of this makes sense? I'm going to send her money. Can you just drive her around to shop and then bring her to me? Then no, because Bali wouldn't be making any profit, right? But Bali received funds, whether she's saying that it was, because...
And anybody who comes in here defending Sarah Locklear is going on the naughty step, and that is phase 1. Phase 2 is you're blocked. Let's continue.
He did this whole money laundering shit is what he did. But Bali has received some incentive. There's a reason why she decided to be the middleman to find the girls, which we already know was plural. She claims that it was one, but she already admitted that it's more than one. Don't think for a second there wasn't some incentive for that. Now, she says that she was threatened, but like I said before, she quit that job after for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. So she clearly wasn't as threatened as she's claiming. And not only did she feel threatened, but then she went and found girls and brought them to the threatening. Okay, so I'm scared of this guy. So let me go find girls and lie to them, make them not feel like they're threatened.
God damn it.
Bring them over to go shopping and bring them to the Marriott. Like, how is that not manipulation? Because if she had said, hey, I'm being forced right now to procure you, but he crazy as fuck, okay, girl, say you're unavailable. That's what you do. You don't go and get a girl that's 3, 4, 5 years younger than you and then bring them and put them in the line of danger to cover your ass.
Right.
She's full of shit. Do y'all remember
Why am I on the screen in Yo Mama's live stream? What am I doing there? What do I have to do with this fuck shit?
What the fuck the poll was going to be? I started rambling because Bali. Anaria says, Bali, what did you file that expense over? Well, apparently what Bali says is that she She didn't file it under expense. Her boss was the one that was doing all of the bullshit expenses, and that he put it through her work, and then he just sent her. And you know what? She just said, you know what, y'all, fuck it, I'm gonna do that for my boss. Why not? Oh, Bali's back. She says, sprinkle. Don't know what that is. My bumps. I do. Hercules, stop hating me so much in your voice, please. Okay. Sprinkle. Don't know what you're writing there. My bumps. I do. Hercules, stop hating me so much in your voice. I do. I do dislike you. I do hate you.
Yeah,
I hate women
there you
like
go.
you prey on other women and you profit off of it. That's what you did. I don't know if that's what you did now, if you do now, but that's what you did. And as a sex worker, I despise women like you.
Thank you,
but I will
Beth.
make
Thank
a
you.
concerted effort to read your message the way you want me to. Let you manipulate me a little bit. The poll was if we made it up, I believe. Ah, shit. Can you expound, Nicole? Thank you so much for being here.
I want to get to the part in this stream where she
I'm so irritated.
reviews
I knew it probably wasn't going to be a
Bally's
good idea if I allowed Bali in this chat,
on Jan's
but I want her
Views
to lie.
panel.
I want you to lie, girl. Yeah.
Oh, here's Jan.
How?
All right, let's see what
Ninja Cat says drag
Jan.
Jen. Wait, hold on. Let me go into this fucking.
Yes, let's drag Jan. It's always a good time to drag Jan. Let's go.
StreamYard. Hold on. I'm very glad to hear it flew by. Thank you so much. Nicole Y says, I don't mind if you don't. Ninja Cat says drag Jan. Let's do it. Fucking Jan. All right, so we got one more. Where Bali decided to panel up with people that excuse the assault of Foodie Beauty at fucking 16 years old by a motherfucking 40-year-old. All right, come on, let's do it.
Let's go.
Share screen.
I mean, I know that I'm being a bad friend by continuing to take shots at Jan's Views, because Jan's Views is about to ruin Karsten's life and destroy his career. For those of you who don't know, Karsten is not just somebody who sits around crocheting penises all day. Karsten is a celebrated and very accomplished actor, a wonderful singer, an accomplished singer as well as an actor. And Jan apparently has information about him that is so damaging that she is about to completely wreck him with one video that like 20 people are going to watch. And those 20 people are going to be like people in our immediate circle. So maybe I should have been quiet and I shouldn't have said anything and not made matters worse. But you know what? It's so tempting to go after Jan because she is so fucking awful. Such a finger-wagging scold of a Karen. So hypocritical, such a liar. So embittered and angry that I know that Jan is low-hanging fruit. I know she's got a tiny channel, and I know that nobody watches her. But she loves to run her mouth, and I think that the stuff that she does is worthy of criticism. So let's continue. Sorry,
All right,
Karsten.
here we go. Share. We're good. I made sure I timed it up. Let me full screen it. And that's the end of it. And then I'm going to do a poll at the end and see, what do you guys think? Did Bali trafficked women? You know what? Let me put the poll up right now and leave it up. Hold on, babies. The House of Hannibal. I made a video called Hypocrisy Drunk. Pause to read the messages.
I'm sorry, Karsten.
I will, because I'm going to be on. Hold on. Let me start the poll and then I'm going to put what you set up. All right. Did Bali traffic women? All right. Start poll. All right. Let's get into it.
All right, let's hear it. False narratives.
Fucking Jan Views. She's so goddamn.
I know, Hecate.
I'm kind of used to that now, and it doesn't really bother me. I mean, why would I worry
Mm.
about what other people who don't know me, who haven't lived my life,
You worry
who
about it all the time. Stop lying.
will never live my life, who will never live the
Yeah, you don't care. That's why you got 492 videos about your mama.
That's right.
Because she don't care, y'all.
That's right.
Why would I care? Full of shit.
type of life I've led.
You know what's really funny? When I don't care about something, I don't talk about it. When I don't care about something, I don't stream about it and I don't make videos about it. I don't mention it. There's a lot of stuff I don't care about. And guess what? You'll never hear me addressing it, either on my channel, on Twitter, or in real life. You know why? Because I don't care. But yeah, you care very, very deeply. At one time, Jan was very taken with Yo Mama, wasn't she? Very taken. And then they had a falling out, as she has a falling out with everyone, the way she had a falling out with me, Crochetter, Dee, Monty, everybody. Because she's insufferable. Insufferable. But yeah, she doesn't care. Let's continue.
Why should that bother me? What they think?
Hey, SARS.
So that's sort of talking about me, but I've seen something today. I've seen two actually, two creators, and I put that in inverted commas, saying the most heinous things.
Oh no, not heinous
about
things.
Another creator who has openly discussed what she did in her.
This is why I have a problem with Jan, okay? Jan loves to 1%. She does no independent research, okay?
Nothing.
She goes on Google,
Nothing.
finds some dumbass shit, doesn't look into anything.
Nope.
And then, I'm just here to, oh my God. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post up the comment I left on her page and how she reacted to it and then blocked my ass.
Youth. Let me say, hello, this is a new one here.
Yeah, she was. And as a matter of fact, where's your comment? God damn it. There it is. Yeah, she was. And if you want to get her really angry, ask her why she and Gary Unfiltered fell out. She won't tell you the real reason. But if you ask her, it'll make her really mad, and she will not care enough about it to mention it in a stream and try to get Bridget to co-sign whatever nonsense she says.
Hello, Dove was an empath. Your position on this subject was the same as yours on cultural sensitivity. Yeah, I mean, I feel very strongly about.
Man, shut the fuck up. She don't even know what the hell that super chat meant. Hold on, let's look at. She didn't even know what the hell was asked of her just now.
Humanity.
Yeah.
And I feel very strongly.
No, mood poisoning. No, she didn't. She didn't. But there was a time when Jan and Gary were friends. You know, they communicated offline and they were buddies. And let's just say that Gary, who I think that we're all well aware of his problems and his issues and all of that, couldn't take her anymore. Imagine that you've got all these issues and that you build a community where, you know, you want to connect with other people who may have the same issues so that you can all support each other. And this woman was so unbearable that he had to block her. Gary had to block her. But again, you ask her about it, and I'm sure that you're going to get either a no comment or you're going to get some long drawn out ridiculous excuse for why she and Gary are no longer friends, and it'll be the kind of explanation that makes her look good, but it's not going to be honest
about the way some humans treat other humans. I don't like it, you know, and whereas I may be able to deal with it, I think that there are some people.
Really, Jan? Is that how you feel? Because that's not how you felt when you talked about Booty Beauty and how you basically said that she had mental issues and
That's
she was a
right.
lot for her mother and how it was consensual because she was 16.
That's right.
Now all of a sudden, oh, you have empathy.
Uh-huh.
People who can't deal with it. And the person that I can see going through it at the moment is somebody that I don't think can deal with it very well. And I've spoken up in a couple of chats.
She
and,
never will, Jan. I mean, Lynn.
being
Sorry.
told that, oh, well,
She never
you know,
will.
you don't know what you're talking about. And you're just supporting this and you're supporting that. Hello, Bali. How are you, sweetness?
Oh, sweetness.
You're here. It's not fair for them to do and speak as they do of me. I know. They have just their assumptions from the internet. They don't know.
Their
and they
assumption.
keep on.
No. Their assumptions from the internet, bitch. These are things that you said, Bali, or did you forget? I know that she said many things, and it's kind of hard to keep track of whatever the hell it is that she was talking about, because she lies so much. You know, she's like Sam. And at least in Bali's case, she may have an excuse because she drinks a lot, and so maybe she forgets what she says when she's in her cups. Perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe she's just a pathological liar. Maybe she has mental problems. I don't know. I don't know her like that. But oh, sweetness. You hear that? You hear that? The way that she's greeting her? You know why? Because if Chantal was doing this, it would be a totally different kettle of fish now, wouldn't it, Jan? Sure. We know how you operate.
Pushing this. I know, sweetness. Listen.
Hi, Auntie Vera. Hi, my love. What happened? Sometimes Hecate mutes herself.
And by the way, Bali has never once said that she procured girls from a street corner. She said it was an advertisement.
Oh, no, thank you.
You know what the fuck sex trafficking is.
You're not a drunk. You can judge yourself. Okay, darling. I'll just
you're not a
mute you.
drunk. Okay.
If you talk too much, I'll mute you. Okay?
Why? Let her
but
talk.
it's like I said. It's like I said, Bali. I wanted to give you a voice, and
wonderful.
I believe everybody should have a voice, and as I said
you absolutely fucking do not believe that everyone should have a voice. The lies. I had a woman on when I still had my old channel, and when I was still in DC. I had a guest on. A woman who had a terrible, terrible childhood, and who joined up with a group of skinheads and became a neo-Nazi, and then changed her ways. And she actually spent the latter part of her life, after being deprogrammed and getting out of the life, trying to keep young people from getting sucked into hate groups and trying to help young people get out of hate groups. She's got an amazing, amazing story. And Jan was in my chat berating this woman and berating me because I had this woman on. This was not a woman. This is not like the Tucker Carlson situation with that so-called historian that he had on. He is getting dragged from pillar to post by everyone because he brought essentially a Holocaust denier onto his channel and was like, oh, well, everybody should have a voice, and he's one of the greatest historians in the U.S. Tucker said that. And Tucker is getting reamed by people. Even people who agree with him politically are like, what the fuck are you doing? Sebastian Gorka has come out against him. A number of other people have come out. Historians have offered to debate this idiot that Tucker had on. And Tucker is trying to get away with, oh, well, we need to hear all sides. Do we? Do we really? Do we need to have people on who think that Winston Churchill was the true villain of World War II? I mean, okay, but Tucker didn't push back on him at all. It was a disgrace. Tucker has become a complete embarrassment. I didn't have somebody like that on my channel. I had a woman who saw the error of her ways and spent her adult life trying to make up for the violence that she had committed and the terrible things that she had done. And fucking Jan was all over my ass about it. I can't believe you have this woman on. I can't believe you have this racist on, even though it was obvious that she had left that life behind, blah, blah, blah. So, no, you don't believe that everybody should get a say, Jan. Stop lying. You believe that everybody who likes you should get a say. But you don't believe that everyone should get a say because you think that people are born and die exactly the same, that people don't change throughout their lives, and that people are incapable of redemption or incapable of change because you're a closed-minded woman. And that's why you should not ever be in any field that involves counseling, involves young people, or involves mental health. You shouldn't be. You are a very closed-minded, rigid individual.
In someone's chat, I think a lot of the complication or the confusion comes.
Jen, if you believe everyone should have a voice, when did you ask Foodie Beauty to panel up and discuss what happened with her and the 40-year-old? I don't recall that. I could be wrong, but if you truly believe that, where did you do that? I don't know. Please, like, tag me, put the little what do you call it, with the little minutes or whatever, and tell me when you did that, because it looks to me like whenever it's about Foodie Beauty, it's okay, but now that you want to panel up Bali, who hates your mama, all of a sudden out of nowhere, you want to give people a panel. Now you care.
That's right.
Comes because of your your English restrictions. Now, I think you speak very good English.
She doesn't.
But I think sometimes when you're trying to put something across, it doesn't.
That's fair, baby. I trust you.
You know, it sort of, people take it a different way. That's what I'm saying. Are you there, darling?
Let me pause this right now and let me read Bridget. Hi, Bridget.
And by the way, that Miss T account, that person's a real piece of shit too. That's one of the people who likes to come at me and say that I'm not really a mother and that you know, that we're not a family. She's a piece of garbage. I have blocked her in other people's chats. I don't know if that automatically blocks her on my channel, but that is one of the people who is definitely not welcome here.
She said she wanted Shannon to panel to hear her side of the FB situation. I don't know about asking Foodie, but you know what, Bridge, may be icy. I have no personal issue with you.
I do.
But it would seem a little odd that you would ask Shannon, of all people, who was never involved in the actual incident, right? Who is pairing up with FFG to panel up. You know who you need to panel up? The person that actually experienced what happened. Not fucking Shannon.
No, not Shannon.
The racist, like, fucking comment section ass bitch.
Shannon, who is very, very much like Zeth, who will say anything to make money and to get attention. Shannon is a piece of shit. She really is. You know, to backstab and betray someone she had been friends with for years. I mean, if you're going to have a falling out with somebody, at least have the grace to walk away quietly. Don't befriend their stalker and then go out there and exploit that attention for whatever ends, you know. And Shannon is exactly where she belongs right now. She's a piece of shit. Let's continue.
No offense, Bridge, maybe icy. I ain't got no problems with you. At least not yet.
Agreed. Absolutely.
I've lost you. Just speak when you get in. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if you came up, Bridge. I'm sure Bali won't mind.
Oh, come on, Bridge.
Let me get a white claw out the freezer.
Come on, Bridge. Why don't you come on and explain to everyone why it is permissible for you to stalk strangers on the internet, dig into their private lives, dig into their educational backgrounds, their home deeds, and say that you want to get people put in prison or 5150 because you just don't like them, you know? Why don't you go ahead and do that? And why don't you then, well, I'm not going to mention the pictures that were exchanged because there's plenty more to criticize Bridget on. She's just a horrible individual. Another one who's very bitter, and another one who takes tremendous liberties with people she's never met on the internet.
Oh, Bali, are you there?
And I do want to say one thing, Bridget, okay? I don't know if you saw the clip where Shannon had said, Shannon and FFG were talking about how Foodie Beauty's assault was tea. And then
Right.
Shannon blamed Foodie Beauty and said, my friend was crying, said she was a whore. Oh, no, you know what? She was the one that seduced him. I don't know if you saw that, but if you want to see it, my Twitter is Hekate'S. I will send that to you, okay, baby?
Shannon, you suck. Piece of garbage.
So anyway, before we go on, I'm going to share this with you guys because this word has been, spread
100%,
around.
baby.
And the facts of the matter are that most of these people have no idea what sex trafficking is. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
Let's have a look.
Teach
at
me,
this,
baby.
shall we? I've Googled it.
She Googled it, y'all.
Definition.
Yes.
The action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or another or area to another.
Okay, let's pause it, guys. 1 second. Let me just bring up the motherfucking definition of trafficking in Romania. I have to do this because Jan needs to be schooled, all right? 1 second. Hold on. My Adobe Acrobat Reader is pumping on my side view right now. Hold on.
I'm going to skip over this part. I want to go back to Jan. No offense, Hekate. I love you dearly, but I'm here to roast Jan.
Feel free to unblock her. I'm scum. Why am I scum? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. I want to hear that. Why am I scum, but you're not scum? That's what I want to know. All right, hold on. Let me push play on this bullshit.
Now, hopefully she'll come back up. But from what I understand, she was a prostitute. Bali was in a situation, and it really amazes me how people cannot even imagine this kind of situation for somebody to be in. Bali was a young girl. She lived
22.
She was working for this guy who, by all accounts, sounded a bit shady. And he said to her one day...
So, Bali was a young girl at 22, but Chantal was an out-of-control temptress at the age of 16. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's following along in case... you're writing it down or keeping track of what's happening. I just want to make sure everybody understands what's going on. We've got 169 people here watching. I hope that everybody doesn't forget to leave a like and sub to the channel at some point. But surely before you leave, you can do that. That would be great. Thank you so much for helping the channel grow.
Or one night, whenever. Can you get me...
Okay, but Jan, where was she working? Where was Bali working all of a sudden that he decided, you know what? Bali is the one that I'm going to ask for sex trafficking.
Right.
God.
Can you get me a young girl? And I mean, Bali would never, ever, I know, have got a young girl. Now, what you have to understand is, in England, we call a young girl... Listen, I'm an old bird, right? So anyone under 30 is a young bird to me.
Okay. But not Chantal. Thank you, Nicole.
Jan, this is your problem. You do no independent research. You just pull shit up on the internet.
Yep.
She said that she was 22 and then 23.
Right.
And that she procured a girl that was 19. All right. So what the fuck are you even talking about? Who knows? Keep going.
Are you there now?
I'm there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, darling.
Grown
now,
adult.
let me ask you some questions, and that way you won't go on a ramble and get all the words muddled up. Okay?
All right.
Now, when you were working with this boss, when this situation came up, were you in work environment or were you sort of out with him? Were you sort of in a pub or something like that? Hey, Bridge. What was
I will explain. So the situation was following. The main company was in Israel, Tel Aviv, and I went there to Israel and I lived there for about 3-4 months to do the training. Then they sent me back to Bucharest, Romania, where I lived with my grandmother, and my life was there. My friends were there, and he would.
And remember, y'all, she said that she came from wealth, okay? Just
Right.
remember Bali.
Oh, that's right.
Bali, yeah. Bali said she came from wealth. Her family's rich. She had no need to
That's right.
procure money through sex trafficking because her family was rich. Remember that. But I know Jan don't remember that because she don't do no independent research.
He would come around every 2 months for a few days. So you could call it like it. When he requested the request he made of me, it was not in the work environment, but yet for me it was work environment because it was meeting with my boss, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I can understand that.
Yeah.
Can you understand that, Bridge? Let's bring Bridge in on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes Bridget. Oh, joy.
Bridge don't want no parts of this shit.
Yes, she does.
They
Yes, she
said,
does.
you fucking crazy bitches.
So
Can you hear me?
this situation,
Okay.
which I feel that some people cannot understand,
Mhm.
is that. So did he had gone to Israel, was it? On business, yeah?
No,
And
he comes from Israel. He works in Israel, but he came to Romania to expand his business. And whilst he was in Romania, he was looking for a sales agent, a girl sales agent for the Arabic market.
Okay, so did you hear that bullshit? While he was in Romania, he was looking for a sales agent in the Arab market. Why the fuck would an Israeli go to Romania to look for a sales agent in the Arab market where he could have recruited an Israeli Arab who speaks the language and would have had no problem traveling around Arab countries alone, which is something that European women cannot do safely? So what kind of a sales agent did he hope to recruit in Romania for the Arab market? I'm sorry, this is such bullshit. It is such bullshit. It is such a motherfucking lie. No, that's not what happened. Let's continue.
And he put out advertisement on the internet, and I applied for the job, and I went to the Marriott Hotel where the interview was held. There were more girls there.
Okay, so you went to an interview at a hotel where there were other girls there. But he was looking for a sales agent for the Arab countries in Romania, and he was recruiting among Romanian women. Okay. No. 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 That's not what he was recruiting for, but let's continue.
Irks? Oh, wait. Hold on. Y'all hear that shit? Wait a minute. Let me pull my notes up. Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
No.
Now her boss, she got employed. And remember that she said that she was a sex worker with Nova, okay? Now her boss, she got her job through an ad. And there were girls there.
Right.
Right, because you know what? If you're going to be a salesperson in what is it, the evacuation, whatever the fuck she said, you don't need to have any kind of prerequisite. You don't need to go to school for that. You just, hey guys, I'm looking for someone to get into sales over in.
No, but she doesn't speak Arabic. That is a huge difference. She doesn't speak fucking Arabic. Why would he hire a non-Arabic speaker and a white woman to travel alone around Arab countries selling ventilation systems? That is not how it fucking works. No. Absolutely not. No way. No, that's not how the Middle East operates. That is ridiculous. Let's continue.
And we're gonna have our interview at the Marriott Hotel.
Right, sure. Sure, not
and
an
I went
office.
and had the interview with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he called me back after a few hours, and he just told me, "You are hired. You have to come to Israel for training. You will stay. You'll have accommodation, and you'll be here for 2 months. You will train. We will tell you what you have to do. You have to travel to Arabic countries. You will learn how to do the sales work and all of that."
No.
Okay. So how
And
long
then
had you
after
known?
Israel, he came In Israel, I met his boss because he's not the boss. He has a big boss.
Oh,
And I met the main boss and all the people in Israel. They were very nice to me. I cannot say anything. Such nice people. And
They are nice
they even
people,
asked me afterwards when they found out, because I had one girl that I was close with and I told her what's going on. She told me to make a lawsuit, but I was too chicken shit to make a lawsuit. I'm like, no,
lawsuit
come
for
on, you know,
what?
that's
What?
What lawsuit?
What the fuck is she talking about? Bali, what are you talking about? Now we have a lawsuit. Now someone told you to make a lawsuit. Make a lawsuit about what? What does it have to do with you being a sex trafficker? Okay, so now someone told you to make a lawsuit. All right, cool. Makes no sense, sure.
I swear only Jan would believe this horseshit story. This story is so full of holes. No sane, well, I was about to say no sane person would believe it, but, you know, consider who we're talking about.
I love how the story changes.
Yep.
I got a whole goddamn... Wait till you guys see my screenshot about this shit.
that's not right. I'm not going to make a lawsuit because she said
All
not.
right, so
Nothing to do with minors. Nothing to.
Yeah, I mean, why would you make a lawsuit? Remember, you were scared
Right.
because your boss had threatened to slash your face. So of course you wouldn't make a lawsuit because you were scared. Now you're saying you didn't make a lawsuit because it's not right? I thought you was gonna get your face slashed. Oh my God.
To do with minors, but it just had to do with that it's not all right to ask your employee to do this kind of service
Yeah.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay,
It was
so
about
stop
that.
there a minute. So you're over in Israel, right, with a couple of other young women who were also employed to do the same thing as you.
Which is
Yes.
what?
No, it was just me. It was just me for the Arabic market. The other people in Israel, they were working all normal stuff. It was just me doing that stuff, doing this
Okay.
position. So there were no
Okay.
other girls.
What stuff?
What stuff?
What
Exactly.
stuff, Bally? What are you talking about?
What stuff?
Did you... Hold on, let me go over to this chat.
God damn it.
Hold on. Hold on, let me go up. The mental gymnastics it takes to keep up with her exhausting. She is fucking exhausting. And the mental gymnastics for Jan to bring her on the panel and not know what the fuck she's talking about
Right.
is hilarious.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Please.
This was just me.
Right, okay. So how did you meet this other girl and then disclose to her what he was doing?
Which one? That one, because she was the one that took.
Which one, y'all? Which one? I thought
Yeah.
she said it was one girl and then
No.
she quit. Now she's saying, which one?
It's multiple girls,
which
right?
girl are you talking about? Which one? Which girl are you talking about at the hotel?
I took over her position. She built up. I didn't build up
What
the market
position?
in the Arabic market. There
What
were already
market?
several clients existing.
Mhm.
And she basically told me that she doesn't want to work for the guy anymore. And he told her to train me in Israel because I went to Israel, and she basically taught me about the emails about.
Okay, but didn't want to work for them doing what?
Exactly.
What do you're not even talking about what the job is yet. You said a million times before that it was ventilation. Now all of a sudden the job. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not even gonna write this shit down. So fucking dumb.
It's about the clients, about what I have to look. She basically taught me what to do. And then she didn't like me at the beginning. I don't know why she didn't like me, but she didn't like me. But then because her horoscope star sign is Aquarius, I'm also Aquarius. She saw that she felt so sorry for me. And she started to take care of me even after she left the job. And she kept on writing me, Manta, are you okay? Is everything okay with the job, with Ilan Vital, with you? Is everything okay? And then at one point I told her, look, he's going a little bit crazy. You know, he's asking me things like that. And she's like, come on, please, let's make a lawsuit. The guy was also not good.
Oh,
What?
Wait a minute. So now the story is that Bali was already aware of what the boss was asking and that it was crazy. Before she said that she was working already, and then her boss came up to her and said, hey, Do you know any young girls? Now she was already aware of what the boss wanted.
Okay, so is she suggesting that this guy, the owner of this company, was using that ventilation business as a front to run a prostitution ring? Is that what she's alleging? I mean, if that's what his goal was, then why the hell would he take her to Israel to train her to do whatever in the Arab market? None of it makes sense. This story is ridiculous on its face.
And she was already warned that he's crazy. He's asking for things that, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
I know I have to write this one down. 1 second. The woman that trained her for the job that we don't even know. She has not said what the job is yet, even though she already said 42 streams ago it was ventilation. Now we don't know what the fuck is happening on Jan's stream.
Yeah, exactly.
The woman that trained her warned her that the boss's boss was asking for crazy things.
Yeah.
I might be wrong when I say crazy things, but I think that's what she said.
Good to me. You have the opportunity. You got the evidence. Come with the evidence and please help me make the lawsuit against him. And I was too chicken shit. I said, no, I'm just going to quit my job. And I never did anything.
Oh,
Right, so
okay.
Yo, wait, I gotta go up to the comment section for people that have been here this whole time. Are you hearing this shit now? Now she never did anything.
Okay, now she never did anything. Got it.
Oh my God. Okay, Ninja Cat says maybe the ventilation company was actually a cover for sex trafficking ring. 100% Ninja baby. I don't know where you have been, but that is what we said. It was a sex trafficking ring. They traveled her around. They gave her incentives. She found girls. 100%. Now, guys, I didn't even know. I was told before from the boss. A girl told me because she saw me and said that I was the chosen one and said, hey, it's crazy what that guy wants. Remember? But before she said that, I was hired in the ventilation sales and he just asked me out of nowhere. Oh my God. Bridge may be icy. I don't even remember her saying all of this while I was on panel. Maybe I was drunk or just don't remember because I had...
Not maybe. You probably were. Nice dodge, Bridget, when you were there the entire time and you don't remember what was said on panel. You're such a fucking liar, Bridget.
No idea what she was talking about. Bridge, baby, I understand. I 100% believe that you were like, fuck this shit.
I don't believe it. No.
All right? I get it.
No, and I think that Hekate has realized since then that Bridget is out of her fucking mind. So no, I don't believe it.
Yes, Lilith. Bali changing story again. Yes. Okay. What's her name? Jan's Views that says that she doesn't panel with trash or garbage. I don't know if I'm trash or garbage because I'm a hoe. I don't know what it is, but honey, do your fucking research before you moderate traffickers. You idiot.
Sort of galloped along to the end of the story. I'm quite meticulous, and I'm sure
meticulous.
So I just want to give you the opportunity to say
I gotta rewind this. I'm sorry, I have to rewind this bullshit.
And she started to take care of me.
I have to rewind
with a couple of other young women
who
were also employed to do the same thing as you.
No, it was just me. It was just me for the Arabic market. The other people in Israel, they were working all normal stuff. It was just me doing that stuff, doing this position. So there were no other girls. It was just me.
Right, okay. So how did you meet this other girl and then disclose to her what he was doing?
Which one?
Which one?
That one, because she was the one that I took over her position. She built up. I didn't build up the market in the Arabic market. There were already several clients existing. And she basically told me that she doesn't want to work for the guy anymore. And he told her to train me in Israel because I went to Israel, and she basically taught me about the emails, about the clients, about what I have to look. She basically taught me what to do. And then she didn't like me at the beginning.
I wonder
I don't
why.
know why she didn't like me, but she didn't like me. But then because her horoscope star sign is Aquarius, I'm also Aquarius. She saw that she felt so sorry for me, and she started to take care of me even
Welcome,
after
Brenda.
she left the job. And she kept on writing me, Manta, are you okay? Is everything okay with the job, with Ilan Vital, with you? Is everything okay? And then at one point I told her, look, he's going a little bit crazy, you know, he's asking me things like that. And she's like, come on, please, let's make a lawsuit. The guy was
A
also not
lawsuit
good
for
to me.
what?
You have the opportunity, you got the evidence, come with the evidence and please help me make the lawsuit against him.
Oh, okay, maybe I fucked up. Okay, so then she had gone to the girl and said, "Hey, he's crazy. He's asking for crazy stuff." So she didn't remember when she said that she was asked for crazy stuff and then she quit. Remember when she said that? I quit right after I was asked for that. Now she didn't quit. Now someone asked her to have a lawsuit. I mean, fuck, I'm confused. I'm confused, to be honest with you.
And I was too chicken shit. I said, no, I'm just going to quit my job. And I never did anything.
Right, so we've sort of galloped along to the end of the story. I'm quite meticulous, and I'm sure it is as well. So I just want to give you the opportunity to say exactly what happened. Do you know what I mean? And I know
so he came to Romania a few times. I went to Israel to do the training. Everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
He never made any wrong suggestions to me or everything. And then when he came to Romania the first time, the second time he already hinted, hey, I'm bored. I want to go out to party.
But you said that this happened all over email. You said that he wasn't there and then he was asking you for things and it was long distance, basically. Remember? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When they weren't in the same country? They weren't in the same country. And he had asked her for these things long distance. Remember? Or is that just me? These crazy things. Y'all, can I I have to do a poll. I want to know if y'all are fucking confused. All right, so the poll that we had before, did Bali traffic women? 65% said yes, 35% said no. Let's end it. Let me do a new poll. Are y'all fucking confused? Is the new poll.
Yeah, keeping up with pathological liars is a lot. It's tough. It is.
All right, start poll. Because, like, what the fuck is even happening right now?
And I told him, because he's my boss, I said, me and my boyfriend, we go to bars. He's like, I want to come with you. Then he met my boyfriend, Steve number one. He's like, is Steve number one, does he like men too? And I'm like, no. And then he asked me, I would like.
All right, sorry, I got to write this down.
That's bold.
They went to the bar. And her boss.
So what, he was trying to turn Steve number one out too, or what?
Steve number one liked men. Okay.
Like to have some fun with a girl. And the thing is, I will tell you honestly, he said, I would actually want to do it with you, but you're too fat for me. Here you go.
Okay. So then he asked at the bar.
You're too fat for me? Amazing. Amazing.
And she had girls, but he wanted to do it with her. But she was too fat.
Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that.
Thanks. So she's with her man right now.
Good to have you.
That does correlate that her man was there when this happened. Even though she said it was long distance before, it was over emails. Okay.
That's thinking. That guy was sick. People are making me out to be sick, and I'm not the sick one. I just dealt with a sick fucker, and they're making me out to be the sick one.
Well, listen. That's why we want to give you the opportunity. But
yes,
I think
please.
The best way to do it is to try and keep calm. I know what it's like. If you've got every right to be angry at this moment.
Really?
So I fully understand that. But I want to sort of just, try and keep you a bit calmer so that we can.
I'm gonna keep calm. I'm not gonna get too emotional.
Yeah. Okay. Don't. Okay. I've said to you before. You can always come and speak to me, and I meant it. Okay.
Oh my God! So now Jan is offering counseling to this lunatic woman. Okay. Well, you all deserve each other. That's all I can say. You all deserve one another. Absolutely.
Not like these other YouTubers
I know.
that will use you
Oh,
and have you on their panel and then fire up a live stream just to slag you off. That's not what I do. Okay.
I know that, Jen.
no, you don't do that. What you do is you have a falling out with people. You threaten to ruin their careers. You lie about them. You smear them. What else? You diagnose them falsely. You make accusations about their parenting without knowing what the fuck you're talking about. You claim to be an expert in areas where you don't know anything. And, okay. But no, you don't bring people on and then fire up a panel and stab them in the back. No, sometimes it takes you a while to build up to that point. But yeah, good old Jan, she's got such great character, doesn't she?
I'm very aware of that. We're different quality people. We're not like your mama and that.
Yeah. So let's let Bridget in. So, Bridget, is there anything you want to ask at the moment?
Bullshit.
clear on
I don't have
story?
anything to ask. Yeah, I'm totally clear. I've been clear on the story, but my whole thing about it is that people are going to run with these narratives, and no matter how much you try to explain and set all the points out, they're just going to still continue with the same narrative they've always done. Like, I just really feel there's no point to.
All right, I just have to address this, okay? Because I thought I was crazy. She said he was coming to Romania and wanted a girl, and now she's saying he was already there. Lies. Now they're all of a sudden they were at a bar. Oh my God. All right, cool, Jan. It's all good. I would love to panel up on why you think I'm trash. Why? Because I'm calling your ass out. Oh my God. Miss T says she was too fat, so he wanted her man. That's what she said.
Oh boy.
Bridget, I don't even remember. I really don't remember any of this. She talked about this so much, I think I may have tuned out.
Really? You know, it's amazing. Bridget, your memory is very selective, isn't it? It's very, very selective. And I know that everybody blew smoke up her ass and told her, well, not everybody, but a few select people told her that she was so brilliant and she'd be so great at YouTube and all that. And her channel is a giant flop because she's unbearable and she has a terrible personality. And she's obviously insane and her crazy radiates through the screen. But sure, you're exactly where you belong, Bridget. You stay over there with Jan. And you guys do streams that nobody watches and continue threatening people, Jan, and we'll see what happens.
I agree. I tuned out myself. I am so confused right now. I have notes that I got to reread. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. She has given 482 different versions. She said to Nova that she was a sex worker. All of a sudden, she was employed, but she was... another woman came and gave her an employment, and then she went to a hotel, and then she was picked as an employee, and then she oh my God. All right, let's go.
To keep explaining and explaining and explaining.
No.
People are going to believe what they want to believe, you know?
Yeah, I agree. But I think, you know, as I said, I heard some of the things that Yo Mama said, and to be honest,
There we go.
More to
There we
the
go.
dog that appeared at my doorstep. You know, I mean, there's just no sense.
It
in
was
that.
so gross. How can he say a brick of cocaine from where to where he comes with that? I was shocked when I heard it from his mouth.
Because your mama talks shit. Okay,
Right.
You said cocaine, he said a brick. Okay, who gives a fuck? A brick, a line, a gram, a fucking.
Right.
Oh, you said cocaine. You did. You said other. Oh, he wanted cocaine, but I didn't get the cocaine.
Right,
I only knew about
Tizzy?
the other drugs, ecstasy. Yet, did she not say that?
She brought a brick of cocaine. I was like, what? From where you get this information?
And the thing about
I'd
it
really
is, like,
like-
I didn't. Sorry.
Go on, Bridge.
I didn't hear
Go on,
what I was going to say. I didn't hear what Yo Mama said, but I think it's very telling that, you know, people run with his story or this made up scenario of him always being high on stream, and he wants to continue with this. Like, that's why I say, like, he's just like all the rest.
Okay, Bridget, I just want to let you know the only reason why cocaine was brought up in the narrative is because Bali had said cocaine. That she was asked for cocaine. She didn't even fuck with cocaine at that age. It was more like ecstasy. And he was being whatever the fuck he is, trolling, whatever he calls it. And cocaine did not come out of nowhere. It was mentioned by her.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense to me.
It's like I remember saying to you a long time ago, Bali, about finding your kind of people online.
Mm.
And, there are people that will listen to your story without painting it completely different and running with a completely different narrative.
Finding your own kind of people online. Jan, look at who you found online. Look at the people that you've allied yourself with. There aren't that many because people can't stand you. But look at the people that you platform. Look at the people that you give a hearing to. Now, granted, your channel is small and nobody cares about you, but it really is very telling that you have fallen out with me. You've fallen out with Dee, with Karsten, two people who were your genuine friends. You fell out with Gary Unfiltered. You fell out with Monty. You fell out with Yo Mama. You've basically fallen out with everyone with whom you once got along online. And instead, this is what it's come to. And I think she fell out with this Bali woman also, didn't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah. At a certain point, you might want to look around and ask yourself why. Maybe it's you, Jan. Maybe it's you. But this is your tribe, you and Bridget, your tiny audience. Wonderful.
I don't like that. And that's why I would rather hear it
Perfect.
from you. I don't think you're an evil person. I think you were in a situation that was difficult for you to deal with.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that you've said that the girl that you took over from, she'd also had, dealings with this man. When she
Yeah, in the
said,
end, she stayed together with him, and that is a different subject. It was wrong, but in the end, they
But that's not what she fucking said before, y'all. That's
Right.
not what she said before. She never even mentioned that there was another woman that was involved that had basically hired her, and she went to the
Right.
hotel, and none of that. She never said any of that. She only said that on Jan's stream. Like, oh my god.
the only one that suffered was me, but nobody's gonna ever see it that way. Nobody wants to see it that way.
Because you're a liar.
well, that's because you're in the wrong community, darling. That's because you're surrounded by people that would much rather.
How do you
run
call
with an
trafficker?
idea.
To give me the label trafficker, that is such an offense. I have
did.
nothing to do with trafficking. That they call me trafficker is disgusting.
You did.
I
At the
know.
beginning, it didn't bother me because I thought to myself, it's not true, so let them joke. They're just trolling. But after some time, it bothers you because you're like, fuck, man, it's not funny at all.
No. So let's just look at what trafficking means. Okay.
Yes, please.
Now, what is considered sex trafficking? Sex trafficking is defined by the Trafficking Victims of Protection Act of 2000 as the recruitment, harboring.
And she recruited. She went and claims that she found a sex worker from the ad, but then she admitted that this person was saying, "Are you going to stay with me though? Are you going to stay?" Took them shopping. It's really weird how someone who is already a sex worker would be so scared and be asking Bali to stay in the dynamic and watch her. And it's also really weird how this sex trafficker believed that she was going to be having sex with Bali. Bali had admitted, "Oh, she was hitting on me," and then she was confused. And I was like, "No, you misunderstood what happened." And she was like, "Oh no, but I thought, yeah, full of shit."
Transportation, provision, obtaining, patronizing, or soliciting.
Jan, and she did. She transferred her, she procured, she transferred, she manipulated, she gave her incentive. That is sex trafficking. Why don't you do your fucking research?
Right.
How about that, Jan?
Of a person for the purpose of a commercial sex act. It involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to make an adult engage in.
Exactly, coercion. Do you know what coercion means? Coercion includes manipulation. All right? And that girl was manipulated and lied to and told that she was going to be engaging in sexual acts with Bali. And that's why she was hitting on Bali. But Bali wants to say that she was a victim and, she was touching me. Why would she think that you were a part of it unless you didn't procure her?
In commercial sex. Now, I know for a fact that isn't what happened. Is it, Bali?
No, that is not what happened.
How do you know for a fact, Jan?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you know for a fact when you have done no independent research?
Yep.
I literally pulled up Bali's own streams, her own words, her own texts, her own.
This is what kills me about these bitches, right? The ones that really crack me up are the ones who get super heated when you refer directly to things that they have said. Things that have come out of their mouths, things that they have posted themselves on Twitter, things that they've said on live stream, things that they've put in videos, things that they've spoken, and things that they've written. And then they have the fucking nerve to come out and they're like, what do you mean you're criticizing me for this? I never said that. You post evidence that they said that. Oh, well, this is what I meant. No, your initial statement was pretty clear. Not everybody around here is like Death, who takes people's DMs and communications and uploads them out of context or selectively edited, highly curated to make the person she's trying to go after look bad and the recipient look like an angel. Death specializes in that, but not everybody else does. But it's amazing. You get caught red fucking handed, scheming, plotting, lying, going IRL, engaging in life ruination, and then you're like, wait, what, me? What did I do? What did I do? When did I say that? Oh, I said that here, but that's not really what I meant. Well, you know what? I don't care. These bitches do not like having themselves quoted back at themselves verbatim. They get very, very angry. And they try to make it our problem. No, it isn't our problem. That is a you problem. Maybe watch what you say online.
Own comments. And that is exactly what she did.
See you later,
How the fuck
SARS.
do you know for a fact that's not what happened? You don't. You're an idiot.
Happened. And I quit my job immediately. And just so you know, the girl was calling me. She was calling me afterwards.
Y'all, wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back to the chat. Did you hear that? She quit her job immediately.
Oh.
Do you remember when she said that she went and got the girls? Do you remember that with the IDs? And she hasn't mentioned any IDs, though. I just want to let you know that. Jan, I'm Canadian, okay? We have the same monarch. We have the same education, all right? And I actually went to school for criminology, and I studied sex trafficking, etc. And I'm also a sex trafficker. What the fuck do you do? Education in America is awful. Okay, but we have the same education. We have the queen. The fuck you talking about? What's your point? So Jan View says the woman was a hooker. What is your point?
Right.
Do you not understand that a sex worker and a victim of trafficking are two different things?
Right.
You clearly do not. What is your... I'm so confused. I am a sex worker. I don't have anybody bring me to get me from an advertisement, take me shopping, and then tell me, oh my gosh, it's gonna be just me and you, and then I'm in the fucking elevator. I'm saying, I'm trying to have sex with the person there, and I'm like, hey, I'm confused. Like I thought it was gonna be me and you. Jan, you're a moron. All right, you have no idea about the difference between sex work and trafficking. There are two different things. You are judgmental and stupid. All right, and you know what I find hilarious is that you were the same one on your panel talking about how Foodie Beauty was basically consenting to having a old ass man have sex with her, even though the laws on consent change. You cannot consent to when you're being manipulated, when you're being offered alcohol, weed, you have no money. And the dynamic is so disparative that it's not consent anymore. But you didn't do that. What you did, look at this idiot over here. You're a sex trafficker? No, I'm a sex worker, you dummy. I'm a sex worker. And that's the problem. You're an idiot. You have no difference. You don't understand the difference between being trafficked and being an independent sex worker. What happens is once you are being told where you should have
Jan
sex,
showed up.
when you should have sex, you're being manipulated, you're being coerced. You are no longer being a sex worker. You are now a victim of trafficking.
Mhm.
The problem is that you have your stupid preconceived notions. Okay. Oh, it's nothing to be proud of. Well, you know what? So what? What? Let me guess. You gave your pussy to a man for free for 42 years, had 84 kids, right? You're obviously ragged, ain't get no dick. All right. Broke as fuck. Okay. To the point that you want to bring on traffickers and people that excuse sex work,
There you go.
the victimization of people, right? And you
Yep.
think that you're better than me?
Yep, she sure does.
Is that what we think? You know what? That's funny. It's so funny because guess what? I have a criminology degree and I'm also licensed by the Law Society of Ontario. And that's why I'm ringing your dumb ass who goes on Google and looks up the definitions of things and has no idea what they're talking about. You're so fucking mad right now and
Yep.
it's hilarious, bitch. You are so mad right now. I said I was a sex worker. I never said I was a sex
She
trafficker.
never said that.
All right.
Never.
Damn.
Never.
How's it feel to be old and busted and to just be dumb as fuck? Let me know, bitch. Send me an email. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me listen to this dumbass bitch.
She thought that she didn't take it serious that I quit my job, and she's like, because my boss's name was Elan, and she's like, Elan told me that you're gonna take me shopping today, and I'm like, no, girl, I'm not working for the guy anymore. I'm not taking you shopping anymore. She's like, he said you're gonna buy me a laptop today. I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, wait. We gotta rewind that. I got
wait.
distracted by the stupidity of Jan Views. 1 second. She's over here trying to antagonize me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you think. You're an idiot.
She is an idiot.
At the beginning, it didn't bother me because I thought to myself, it's not true, so let them joke. They're just trolling, you know. But after some time, it bothers you because you're like, fuck, man, it's not funny at all.
No. So let's just look at what trafficking means, okay?
Please do.
Now, what is considered sex trafficking? Sex trafficking is defined by the Trafficking Victims of Protection Act of 2000 as the recruitment.
And y'all notice she didn't click on that shit, okay? She literally pulled up she Googled, all right, sex trafficking definition. Look at it at the top.
Right.
Sex trafficking definition. Then she went all the way down over here and then just read and didn't even click on it. And then she wants to talk about the education in America. Even though the bitch and I both have the same education system. She is UK, I am Canada. We both have the queen. Make it make sense. God damn.
Harboring, transportation, provision, obtaining, patronizing, or soliciting of a person for the purpose of a commercial sex act.
Which I already showed your dumbass based on Romanian laws. You just looked up Google. You didn't even know what the fuck law it was. You didn't even know what country, what law, what continent, nothing. You just fucking Googled.
It involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to make an adult engage in commercial sex.
And
now, Jan, is that your name, Jan? Tell me the definition of coercion. Can you Google that real quick? Because you love to Google. Oh my God! So sex trafficking different in Canada.
What?
Girl. Okay, you know what? I don't even know how to break this down to you anymore. Sex trafficking and being a sex worker are two different things. I don't really know how to break this down to you anymore, girl. Why don't you, I want you to Google coercion. Please do. And then when you're done doing that, go to the beginning of the stream and then come back afterwards. Put that shit on 2 point. If you can put it on 1 million, put it on 1 million times and then come back and talk your shit. God, you're dumb. And you know what? I really hope that you don't have any daughters because the way that
she does,
just like, it's okay for women to be victimized and paneling and making excuses for the victimization of foodie is disgusting.
It is.
You ain't shit. I'm done, but you walk the streets with your fanny on show.
Here we go.
Oh, no, actually. I'm called an escort, baby. I live on the penthouse and I charge more than what you make in probably 2-3 days in an hour. All right. You see the mentality of this bitch. She don't know what the fuck is happening. Do you understand? And this is why she paneled Bali, because she's a fucking idiot.
Right.
Oh man, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come to your street corner. I'm gonna put my pussy on your husband's face. That's what I'm gonna do.
There is no husband.
I did not. I said I was a sex worker. I never said I was a trafficker.
She misspoke.
Jen
It
is
was a
trolling. She's
mistake.
really bad at it though. Oh, did she say she was a teacher? Teaching what? Teaching what? Damn, you have 2 beautiful daughters who are proud of me.
Are they really, Jan?
Are proud of
Are
you?
you
Is
sure?
your daughter proud of you? No, she's disgusted by me. She hates my guts. I'm a dirty little fucking whore on the street corner, ass out, and just all up in the parking lots. She hates me. Oh fuck. This bitch is hilarious. Hold on. No decent man would come anywhere near you. Okay, well, that's the difference between you and I, honey. I'm not a thirsty bitch like you. I don't need to be I don't need a man to tell me who I am and what I am. All right. You know who I get? I get ballers. I get people that own companies, judges, lawyers, and they pay me for this pussy. That's right. While you give it out and then you wash dishes. And that's your choice.
She doesn't, though. Let's face facts. She doesn't. Jan is a very angry woman. And her anger and bitterness and insanity radiates outward, which is why she keeps on falling out with people and why she repels people she's trying to attract. No.
And that's okay. That's okay, baby. If you want to give birth to 42 kids, all right, two daughters, sorry, old as fuck, all right, you ain't getting shit. Broke as hell. Do that. I respect it.
But you notice a pattern with Jan. You notice a pattern. Jan loves bringing up people's kids. She loves bringing up people's parenting. That's why she feels such a strong kinship with Sam. She loves misdirection. She loves judging people she's never met. She loves diagnosing people she's never met. She loves being the expert. And she demands that you pay attention to her. And when you correct her, she gets absolutely incandescent.
Okay? No. Definitely selling this pussy till I die. It is. I'm disgusting. You're right. I am disgusting. You know what's even more disgusting? When somebody says that a 40-year-old man is okay sleeping with a 16-year-old girl. That is not disgusting.
Yep.
Nope, not at all. You fucking moron. Hold on a second.
Now, I know.
You know what disgusts me? Jan's racist, bigoted, narrow-minded ass. That disgusts me. A racist and a bigot. That's what you are, Jan. That's why you're constantly accusing other people of being that. Because that's what you are. You've demonstrated this over and over and over and over again. That's who you are, and that is what you are. And that's why nobody can stand being around you. You know, claiming to be Jamaican when the only reason that you discovered anything about your past in that regard is because of 23andMe. You have no connection to Jamaica. You don't know anything about Jamaican culture, not really. I saw that she posted a YouTube short where she was at a ska show where the band was playing Monkey Man. Big fucking deal. I saw ska musicians perform Monkey Man 40 years ago. That doesn't make me Jamaican, okay? And I'm a huge fan of ska, but I don't pretend that that makes me, you know, that that's part of a culture that I know nothing about. And you say that I only whip out my Judaism when it's convenient for me. Sure. Literally, I can say, sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. But you love to do that. You love to go after people who actually take pride in who they are, make up a bunch of lies about your background or about who or and what you are. If I took a 23andMe, don't you think that I might come up with some African blood in me, do you think that that means that I can then go out and put on a kente cloth and claim to be Nigerian or whatever? No, people would laugh at me, and with very, very good reason. So you think that because you go to the Notting Hill Carnival and go to ska shows that that means that you're Jamaican? You're such a liar, Jan. Pathetic.
For a fact that that isn't what happened. Is it, Bali?
No, that is not what happened. And I quit my job immediately. And just so you know, the girl was calling me. She was calling me afterwards. She thought that she didn't take it serious that I quit my job. And she's like, because my boss's name was Elan, and she's like, Elan told me that you're gonna take me shopping today. And I'm like, no, girl, I'm not working for the guy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not taking you shopping anymore. She's like, he said you're gonna buy me a laptop today. I'm like, I'm not doing that. No.
Okay, y'all. So she promised that.
And this is the thing about 23andMe. When people take those tests and then it comes back a certain way, I can tell you, and this is something I've said before, this is not something I'm saying as a new thing. I worked with Africans, as you know. I worked with Africans for 17 years. And it used to drive Africans crazy when American black people would take this 23andMe test and all of a sudden come in, dressed in the garb of some, like a Yoruba tribes person or a Zulu, and come in and start throwing around terms. I told you guys that I worked with a guy who survived the Rwandan genocide, and one of my black colleagues came in and she was lecturing him about Africa and how Africa works, and, African leadership and governance and that kind of thing. And she was lecturing him, and it's like, bitch, what the fuck do you know? You take a test and now all of a sudden you're an expert on Ghana, on Rwanda, on Nigeria, on Sierra Leone, on Zimbabwe. You don't know anything. You know nothing. Nothing. You think that just because you come up with a great recipe for jollof rice, that means that now you are exactly like somebody who grew up on the continent. You're not. I mean, finding your roots is great and all, but it's not the same thing. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's wrap up soon because I've got to go to work soon. So let's continue.
This girl that she was going to get a laptop, okay? She said that she was going to give her a laptop. You said procuring, manipulating, coercion, lying. You said you were going to get me a laptop. You know what's so weird though? If she was a sex worker that had an advertisement, why would she be begging for a laptop?
Exactly.
Bali incentivized her. All right. Bali said, you're going to get this. You're going to go to the Marriott. I got clothes. You're going to get a laptop. Why would she do that? Now, what Jan's views, stupid old ass doesn't understand is that is a part of trafficking.
Yep.
When you manipulate people into having sex based on promises, lies, coercion. You like to Google that bitch.
So can I ask you, was this girl actually a prostitute?
Yes, official prostitutes with the commercial in the newspapers. You have it in Europe. You have it in the newspapers.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Vicky. It drives me fucking crazy.
Just,
No.
And you notice how every fat white bitch living in the poorest parts of the country, of the United States, they all claim to be like part Cherokee, part Navajo, part whatever. And it's like, no, you're just fat. I'm sorry, but claiming that you have native blood does not make you more interesting. It doesn't make you more intelligent. It just means that you're a stereotypical fat white woman. Cut it out.
you have it in the newspapers. I don't know how it goes in America, but in Europe, you still have it in the newspapers.
We used to have them in telephone boxes.
Yeah, but in telephone boxes, they were women who were independent sex workers. They made their own. They made their own decisions. We're going to have sex here. We're going to do these things. I'm going to work these days. I'm only going to make this amount. And when you start to switch it and change it and make promises and start driving people to other men, and that is where sex trafficking is, okay? You fucking dummy.
You know, our traditional red telephone boxes that we have in Britain, we used to have prostitute cards all over them. we're
You know what?
Oh,
I was
hold
going to
on.
say, because it didn't happen.
Let me pause.
Yes, I am aware of this. I'm fully aware of this. I am aware of this, and there are a lot of people, for example, who are not aware that Latina and Latino people come in all shades as well as Jews. There's a lot of ignorance floating around. What I am saying is that I've noticed a pattern of people, of women primarily, women, not men, but women who live in certain parts of the country who like to claim to have native blood because they think that that elevates them or makes them classier or more interesting. It's a very common phenomenon, is all I can say. Do I believe them? No. And even if it were true, what difference would it make? They have no connection to whatever tribe they claim or whatever nation they claim to be a member of. They don't know any of the customs. They don't know the language. They don't know anything about that the nation, apart from the fact that they have some sort of an ancient residual bloodline that shows up in a DNA test. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't respect it. I think it's a laugh.
Pause this because Nicole says that Tasha is replying to her. Let me show up 1 second.
Correct.
Jan, where you at, wifey? Jan is throwing up. Oh no, Jan doesn't approve of me. Oh my god. Oh shit. Why didn't you? Wait, what? I personally don't want Jan timed out. I think this is really funny, but you know, that's my preference. Yeah, I personally said that I don't want you to time her out. Lola, teachers defend the rights of minors and know all the Commonwealth countries. Exactly.
That's right.
But she's over here talking about the laws of, oh, America this, America that. She don't know shit. Nicole White, Jan is chronically online because her remedy, wait.
I didn't say it.
Immediate. Oh,
I didn't say it. Nicole White said it, not
family
me.
fucking hates her. Yo, Jan is a fucking loser.
She is.
A predator excuser. That's what she is. She's a loser and a predator excuser.
Yep.
Nicole says you have less family members in your life than you do teeth.
Yikes. Yikes.
Oh my god. Oh shit, pew pew. Shit. You know what? I really don't feel like she's disrespecting me. I feel like she's just a fucking moron. And I like this stuff because the more that she puts up on this page, or that I put up on the page, is the more that I get to inform people of how fucking dumb she is. I really do.
You know, it's funny because you are exactly the kind of person that I imagine would get extremely annoyed by these wannabes and these newbies who then come around. I don't know if this has happened to you, but it has happened to me with regards to being Latina, being Jewish, whatever, and they tell you you're doing it wrong. You know, they just discovered their distant ethnicity in a genetics test, or they read a Wikipedia entry or watched a TikTok video, and all of a sudden they know more than you do, so they have to come around and tell you about yourself. I find this to be so unbelievably arrogant and narcissistic. This has happened to me more times than I can count, and it's incredibly rude and ridiculous. All right. I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes, and then I've got to wrap it up.
I really do. I like it. Busy little bee. I got to stop procrastinating, get stuff done, have fun, be good, y'all. You too, darling. Have a good night. This has been a long stream. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? Let me make you a moderator. Hold on one second. How do I do this? Hold on.
Yeah, that Miss T is somebody that I blocked a long time ago. Or no, actually, no, not a long time ago. I just blocked her because she came at me sideways in one of Hekate'S chats, and I was like, no, that's it. I've had enough of you.
Where you at, Miss T? Shit. Oh, I gotta refresh the page. Hold on. Oh, not that page. Shit. Hold on. There you are.
Miss T is a really nasty piece of work, in my opinion. I mean, she is to me. I'm just saying.
Miss T is amazing. Add as a moderator.
Miss T is awful. Sorry, Hekate. We disagree on that.
Boom. Done. I love you, girl. All right. What dumbass shit is this girl saying right now? Hold on. Let's go down. Where you at? Michelle F says, I think it's because she interacting with Jan. Yeah, it's okay. No, listen, Pew Pew is my girl. She can troll all day. I don't give a fuck. Bye, busy. Hold on. Okay, there we are. We're good. Let's go back to the bullshit, y'all.
Yes, let's.
But in my day, but I know it way back in the day in America, the prostitutes used to have cars too. You just made me think about that.
Yeah. So
What?
So I just want to point out to
What does that
everybody
have to do with
that
anything?
Jan's views has preconceived notions about sex workers. She thinks we're dirty. She thinks we're on the street. We have our asses out. We're uneducated, even though I have more education than she will ever have in her fucking life. All right. That is her perspective, which makes sense why she would basically say that it's okay for a 16-year-old girl to have sex with a 40-year-old and she consented.
You know, one of the things that I learned when I did my video about the DC Madam, which I'm trying to find the script that I wrote for it, and I'm gonna try to, re-edit that video, or try to put that video back together, because it was one of my favorite videos as part of my original content in my old channel that everybody decided had to go. And one of the things about the DC Madam that made her so interesting was that she understood the DC market so well. And she knew that these men that she was catering to, the men, the customers, needed to be seen in public with a certain type of woman. And she recruited women who were very well educated, women, some of the women had PhDs, women who were federal workers, women who worked in really decent high-level positions, or even if they were women who had been homemakers, were highly educated. And they didn't look like Playboy bunnies. They were good-looking, well-put-together women who these men could take out with them to events, to dinners, to fundraisers, to the theater, and that wouldn't attract a lot of attention in terms of obviously looking like they were working girls, right? So they couldn't be too young. They couldn't be too glamorous. They couldn't be too gorgeous. They couldn't be like that. They just had to look like women that these men, that wouldn't attract a lot of attention, that wouldn't make themselves too obvious, because she understood that DC is not Los Angeles, it's not Las Vegas, it's not London, it's not that kind of a city. It's a very stuffy, in many ways, city, very conservative, and that if they see a 60-year-old man running around with a 22-year-old sex pot, that it's going to attract the wrong kind of attention. You don't want to make yourself too obvious. So she was a genius. She was brilliant when it came to knowing who her customers were, who her clients were, and who the women would be who would be the best fit to work for her agency. So Jan, maybe you should read up on the DC Madam and how she ran her business. Maybe that would be a good idea.
Are we understanding what's happening here? Yes. And then she gave Bali moderator privileges without knowing a goddamn thing about what happened. She did no independent research. She's fucking moron. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, Nicole, chat, please calm down. Focus on the topic. I will mute where I see fit. 100%. Jan, you're an old shrivel up meat wallet.
Girl.
Who's too nasty for anyone to want to love, including family.
Girl.
She got some motherfucking issues. I don't know what these issues are, but maybe her husband fucked a hoe one day, cheated on, I don't know. She's really angry when it comes to sex workers. I don't know what her problem is, but bitch, I can't help you.
And this guy, right, I don't want to ask you questions that are going to trigger you. But
No worries. I'm cool. I'm okay. I'm a strong woman.
okay, I know you're a strong woman, but I know that you've also spent a lot of time on your own and you've had an awful lot to deal with. So when this guy was making these, whatever the word is,
Suggestions.
Suggestions for you to go and find someone for him to have a good time with,
Whatever
that
the
doesn't
word is.
surprise me. That doesn't surprise me because I
And
know
there
that it
he hinted,
happens
and
a
that's
lot.
where the people went crazy because he asked me, "Do you know any younger girls?" And I said, "Younger girls?" I'm like,
Girls.
But he didn't mean
Oh, but hold on though. Remember, do you know any younger girls? She said that he had hinted. Okay, do you know any younger girls? All right, I just want to write it down. Maybe she's gonna go left or right or whatever the fuck.
Or whatever.
minors, did he? He didn't mean minors.
"Well, no, he didn't say it because he's smart. Because I think he got in trouble already in the past. That's why he said,
Oh.
stay here and watch me, so people can."
So she thought that he had gotten in trouble with minors, all right? So she thought that her boss had already gotten in trouble with minors. All right, keep talking, Belly.
Cannot give me allegations that I did something wrong when he was together with a woman. I think he has some allegations in the past, but I don't know that.
Okay.
He didn't say it, but I'm not a dumbass, and I understood when he said younger girls, and I said,
Mhm.
yeah, well, no, young, I can
Yeah,
get
but when
18,
he-
19. I can get you 18, 19. And he
I can get you 18, 19.
Oh,
How
okay.
would you know if you are a what did she say she was? She was a sales manager
In Arab countries.
whatever the fuck it is. Okay, she was a sales manager. She was a sales.
Right, but she was doing sales in the Arab market, but she knows how to procure teenage girls. All right. You know what? I am going to drop the link to this live stream, not my live stream, but Hecate's live stream in chat so you guys can watch the rest at your leisure, because not only does gaslighting and lying and all that really put me in a bad mood, and not only do people who are co-signing it and justifying it put me in a bad mood, but I am sitting in a room next to a fan that doesn't work, and I am sweating like a farm animal, and I'm getting a little peckish, and I've got to go to work. So thank you all so much for being here. We had a great turnout today. I want to thank the people who super chatted and became members. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and drop me a like on the way out. The membership information is at the top of the chat, or it should be in my about section now. Did I post it? I'll figure it out later. And I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I am going to pull the plug now. Thank you, Hekate, for doing such great, amazing live streams. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, you can always send a super thanks. Thank you all so much. Thanks for being part of the community, and I will see you guys the next time. See you guys later.